Niners! Yo! Robert Saleh on the hot seat today. I was amazed, though. The dude is still calm and cool. And I kind of enjoyed that because the fact of the matter is, anybody that's getting shooken up right now means they lack confidence. The 49ers are still carrying that air of arrogance and swag. It's a combination of the two, you know what I'm saying? Because they know they got this. I'm starting to realize the 49ers are probably about to rebound starting right now. Watch, see. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get down into the details, the nitty-gritty of what took place in today's conference. Oh, I tell you, man, it's just such an exciting year. This could be one of the most epic seasons. I can feel it right now. Niners versus Rams game was a contest that will have slim to tiny margins for error, and you know this from the Niners defense. Now, today's media conference with Coach Bobby Saleh spotlighted mistakes made by his defense versus the Dolphins. Brian Allen was the first situation that came up during the conference today. It's just, I knew it. Everybody's wanting Bobby, what's up? Saleh was also taking a task on other deficiencies that worry Niners supporters, including his personal feelings about player personnel. We'll be going over those details of today's media conference covering Bobby Saleh and taking your calls to discuss his reactions to the questioning of his failing game plan of Week 5 and what to expect Sunday between the Niners versus the Rams. Oh, the lights are really going to be going out in Levi's this weekend. Oh. But fam, how about some feel-good news to start off with? See, I'm telling you right now, everyone else, and it's George Kittle, while everyone else proceeds to write off the 49ers following a 43-17 loss to the Miami Dolphins, and rightfully so. What the hell was that? Who were those people? Because that didn't remind nobody of the 2019 49ers. And yeah, we got a lot of guys missing, but still, come on, guys, what is it? Anyway, tight end George Kittle was excited to get back to work this week and prove critics wrong. Team hasn't won a home game this season, has the 4-1 LA Chargers coming into town. I said that on purpose. I got no respect for the Rams. Did you know this? Kittle has no shortage of confidence in himself, his teammates and coaching staff. GK feels the 49ers could be on the verge of turning things around, and that starts with a good week of practice, which will hopefully lead to a winning performance on Sunday night. Live on Sunday night! Anyway, Kittle told reporters today, and this is a quote, "We had guys that came in today. I thought we had our best practice of the year today. Guys were locked in. Our offense was humming. The O-line looked good. We had a great run period. The thing I love about our team is we're hungry and we just want to play better. And we know that we're not playing at our best. We don't want to be 2-3, and we know that we're not playing at the level that we want to be playing at. I think this week has been really good for us in watching the film and trying to get better from it. I think we've definitely taken a step forward," unquote, George Kittle. You see, this is what I'm saying, fam. I really do believe that Jimmy G came out there. Here's another thing I realized about Jimmy G watching a clip here I saw on Twitter just a little while ago. Jimmy G can't take any length of time off before he rusts all the way out. I saw him do some things that made no sense as I watched back at some of those clips. And then I attributed to, you know what? Watch him come out this week and look like nothing happened last week. This is one thing that I will agree with the hater club. Jimmy needs, why are you just, if nothing else, somebody just practice with him. If he has to take your time off, how does he fall all the way out of sync after taking any length of time off? The difference is, you look at the game they played against the Cardinals versus the game he played against the Jets before he got hurt. Why is it all of a sudden he hits his targets? Why is it all of a sudden his timing was right? Then he comes into this game and his timing was off. And I know his foot hurt, but still, his timing was off. He was free and clean sometimes on some of those shots. It wasn't always, he was being hurried, but still, he's seen hurried before. So, I'm talking right now, I'm not George. If he doesn't get hurt anymore, pretty soon, 13-3, because we got Jimmy G. I'm stretching that a little bit, but G I'm not giving up on him. I got every confidence in him. That boy can play football, but his mentality has got to stay. Jimmy's, I'll do my bragging after this game coming up this Sunday. Anyway, let's talk about the situation with Bobby Saleh, though. As far as quarterback Brian Allen, the question was, as far as quarterback Brian Allen against the Dolphins, given his lack of experience, was there a way to give him more help in hindsight? Were there things that you could have done with the safeties, Robert Saleh, you and your coordinator, whatever that new dude's name is, to possibly prevent some of those early, deeper passes against them? And Bobby Saleh answers, obviously with every situation, you learn a lot. Absolutely, there could have been more. I know that we had a certain game plan going in throughout the entire course of the week, and we still thought after that first series did our best to try to give him some safety help. How come we didn't see it, though, Bobby? Again, I'll give credit to Brian. He did fight his tail off, and it was unfortunate that on a couple of occasions when we felt like we needed to take a shot based on situation and third down, Fitzpatrick did a really good job in making the right read and getting the ball where it needed to go. But like I said, there's always opportunities to grow. Oh, not on a Sunday. You grow during the week, Bobby, and learn as an individual and look at that situation a little different. Now, I'm not sure if he's talking about himself or Brian Allen, because Brian Allen's a rookie and doesn't know what he's doing. Next question. What has to change, or how did you guys address sort of what happened with cornerback Ahkello Witherspoon last week, and whatever lapse in communication there might have been that led to you guys having a start to Allen on Sunday? And also, do you wish you took Allen out and made that switch a little bit sooner? Gosh, the mighty. I knew somebody, Bobby Saleh, I knew somebody's going to ask you that question. What were you thinking about during that course of that time? Why wait till he gets burnt to a fifth cinder? Saleh responds with, for the first question, Coach Kyle Shanahan had already covered it on Monday. It's like the perfect storm in the sense that we led all the way up until Thursday night with an assumption that Ahkello was trying to fight through what he was trying to fight through, and it didn't work out. And that's well documented with what Coach had to say. Bobby Saleh, go ahead and pass the buck. Okay. I don't know if there's much to add to it. But with regards on the events that transpired actually on Sunday, you'll watch it go on. And on the first series, very first play of the game, Brian's in fantastic position on the go ball. He loses at the catch point, and so when you look at it, it wasn't anything alarming at that point. We get through that series, and then the next series, things are going good, and we took a shot with the pressure, and he got found right there. See, Bobby, you can't mess with guys. That quarterback, I mean, you look at, Fitz has been around for how long? So he goes on to say, at that point, it became more, let's see if we can get him a little bit more help, which too late, which led to that third series. Then that third series, I believe we got off the field on 3 and out. And then the fourth series, same thing. We went in with that same approach. But as soon as we took a shot, Fitzpatrick took his shot. And at that point, it was evident that from just a structural standpoint and for Brian, we had to give him a break and see if we can settle it down again. I'm going to say it for Brian. I'm very proud of the individual, and I mean this sincerely. He's got a bright future. But as long as it's not in Santa Clara, please. He's got a bright future ahead of him. Sometimes people get thrown into a fire. Not that he wasn't ready for it, but there's still a lot of room for him to grow and get better. And I'm still excited to work with him on a day-to-day basis. See, one thing about our coaching staff, they will never, ever condemn their players. if this was what's his name? Was it O'Neal? And this guy left him to Texas. Well, he has no problem blaming his players. I have to appreciate this. You air your laundry in the locker room. It is not necessary to go to the media and set up any ill feelings between you and your player personnel. But I'm just hoping that these things are being adjusted in the locker room with a little more real edge to it. What you say to the media is fine, but don't do that. Get in that player's face. Explain to him why we don't play this kind of football in San Francisco, please. He says, I assume your job involves some part of type of psychology. I'm just wondering if this week you're like, this is a question, that performance, it's not who we are as the 49ers, or is it like, hey, we've got to piece this together and we're going to figure it out, or is it a little mixture of both? Oh, this is still some. I'm sorry. You're always trying to get better every single day. Every once in a while, even the greatest ones get punched in the mouth. And I still believe that this is a top 10 defensive unit. Yes, top 5 if we're on our stuff, and if it doesn't it doesn't change on who's on the football field. We're a fantastic group. Bobby Saleh talking some real smack, ain't he? It's got a fantastic mindset. And one game doesn't define what I think is an unbelievable defensive unit. So for those guys to understand and recognize what they've done and what they've been able to accomplish in this league is not defined by one game. And I've said this about a lot of times about a lot of things. I agree with you there, Bobby. And you just talk to each individual by themselves, and they'll tell you the exact same thing. They're not shook at that at all. They're ready to get back on the football field and continue to prove how good they are. Bobby, all right, okay. And now about the Rams. Now, watching the Rams, it looks like they've improved the pass protection. This is a question. And they've really dialed it back to shorter passes, focuses on yak, kind of like your own offense does. I'm wondering if there's been any, not, I guess, deja vu in practice, but working with the scout team. If what the Rams are giving this year reminds you a little bit of what your own offense ran, especially last year. And Bobby Saleh answered and responded with, there's definitely some similarities. I think Sean's done such a fantastic job with regards to building his own identity with the system. They are so precise in what they do. It seems simple because you only see a couple of formations, but they've got little nuances within everything they do, whether it's run game, pass game, boot, play action, drop back, all of it. They do such a nice job of creating little wrinkles that keep you guessing, all within a system that just seems so simple for their players because they execute at such a high level, like we used to do last year. They're very, very precise in what they do. They're always moving forward, and they create very advantageous situations for themselves, which allows them to get the ball out of Jared Goff's hands very quickly. So kudos to Sean. We're not going to be sacking him this week, fam. D's gone, Nick's gone, and I'm not sure. Jared Goff may have his way as far as being able to throw that ball, which is not a good thing. He goes on to say, I think he's fantastic, and they're definitely much improved from a year ago. And maybe not, no matter how much they've improved, we have not, as far as the defensive line, we have taken a step backwards, and Bobby Saleh better come up with some other plans, a little more blitzing, a little more things you're going to need to do to make up and compensate for the lack of potency in that defensive line, Robert Saleh. Doesn't sound, you know what? He says these things, and you sort of look at his face, because I watch his body language and everything. Robert Saleh he was sitting there as cool as, the ice was forming around him, So I'm waiting to see what he does. Next question. With all the injuries you guys have had at cornerback, how important has Jason Verrett been, and how have you seen his game just sort of progress as he's been able to put a couple of weeks together now in a row? And this is the thing I've been wondering about, because Jason Verrett nobody's firing on Jason Verrett. And I'm wondering, is that due to the coverage he's putting up out there? Or is it just go ahead and go with the weakest link, which is usually on the other side of the field until Mosley gets back, because if Sherm gets back, one or the other, they're both, Saleh said, yeah, he's gotten better every single day. He's got such a great mindset to him. There's a reason why he was an all-pro in his earlier years before all the injury luck hit him. But his film study, his practice habits, his attention to detail, all of that is fantastic. So, again, same thing for him. I'm really impressed by him as an individual, and you can see why he's been so good throughout his entire life. But for him to just continue focusing on and getting better every single day and continue on that track that he's on, he's really excited to see how far he can get. And I said that, every rep that dude takes, look out. If he stays healthy, we may see the real Jason Verrett this season. And God bless us. Because Sherm, because I got a feeling it's going to be, Sherm is like, it's really still bothering him. He had a setback. He may have went out too soon and tried to explode on it. It probably popped on him. But I'll live with Verrett and Mosley. If I can just get them back, I think we'll be okay. And by the way, what to say about Emmanuel Mosley making his way back, they say, is your cornerback situation still in flux going forward? Then also, what have you seen from cornerback Jamar Taylor? What's your assessment of him since he's arrived here in Santa Clara? Which we're all wondering about Jamar Taylor, but there's good things. He says on the first product question, with Emmanuel, anytime someone gets healthy and gets a little bit more stabilizing, you just kind of get the guys back who've been through the fire and continue to do things in the way that you want them to. So that's always helpful with regards to Jamar. I think he's doing a really nice job, and I mean that. He's an incredibly smart, very detailed. He's a competitor, a fighter. He's already made some plays for us. He's a calming force also, just because of his football IQ and his ability to get people lined up and communicate. So really happy Jamar's here, and I'm looking forward to him getting better every single day and holding down that nickel spot. Whoa, oh! You see, Jamar is going to deal with Cooper Kupp this weekend. Are you scared? I got to tell you, though, I'm really, as the guys start to trickle back in, see, because E-Man Mosley, if you'll remember, you know what I like about E-Man Mosley? Why I know he is damn near a bad dude? He is a good dude. The way he came in last year, and right now you look at what's going on in Seattle, right? And DK is having a great year, right? Remember last year, though, how he came in and turned DK completely off? Now, that's a mark of somebody who knows what they're doing. So we got to get Emmanuel Mosley back and keep him out of concussion protocol. And Verrett will be okay. What's going to be interesting is when Sherm does get back, does Verrett sit down or does Mosley sit down? Ooh. I can't wait to see what happens because the 49ers are going to become more, you're going to see a little more of an impact as soon as everybody gets back on the field. What you're seeing now is not the real 49ers like a bunch of a-holes would like to say around us. The real 49ers are slowly coming back. So we'll find out what happens soon. Hey, Rakeem Jamani, what's up? He said, I like you, bro. I smell a win this week. He says, I am like you. I smell a win this week. 49ers are going to get this back on track. Love what you do, brother. Thank you. And thank you, Rakeem. Yeah, no, 49ers, I don't see them buried forever. We got too much attitude on this team. They got too much experience as winners. Let me see what else got up here. Let's see if we can find it. And Caron, 2. Caron Pettiford, hey, thanks, fam. This is Rob is no good. We might need Rex. Rob. Oh, Rex. Rex Ryan? I wanted Rex Ryan. What is he doing these days? All right, let's but because Dan Quinn's available. Going to say it again, Rob's no good. We should get Rex. Yeah, Rex Ryan already said he doesn't want to play that role anymore as a DC, as I remember. Last year, he got left out last year, I think. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen. But yeah. Now, remember, we said this about Saleh last time, and all of a sudden he came up last year with one of the top defenses in the league. So you got to be careful before you kick guys to the curb. I've always got a little more patience than a lot of people. I'll wait. Pule, come on in, man. Pule. I'm gonna. If I pronounce it right, is it pool or Pule? You know, because I figured, Mule, Pule, mule, Pule.
Ronbo!
Yes, there you are. Come on in here, man. Yes.
How you doing, Ronbo?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to Sunday, and George Kittle's got me all pumped up, talking about how good they looked in offense today on practice. So, and Robert Saleh, Robert Saleh learned a lot of things last week, Pule. I got a feeling he will not be so silly this weekend. What are you thinking?
I think our O-line and D-line needs to step it up this week,
Badly.
especially on the O-line. That's the reason why Jimmy Garoppolo was like that. Jimmy, one little hit or two, he started having happy feet and can't stand in the pocket.
Mm-hmm. Because
and I think the play calling too of Kyle Shanahan, I don't know why he won't let him roll out or something. Play action.
it's the question we all ask. I don't get it. Kyle's trying something. He wants to just get that ball out of his hands as fast as possible. If you roll out, if you bootleg and do play action, you spend a little extra time. The receivers, he's trying to train his receivers to hit their marks quick, come in and out of their pattern, and his dream is to Jimmy blindfolded, count one, count two, and fire. But they're not at that place yet. So in the meantime, let's go back to something that makes sense. Give Jimmy an opportunity to make plays, get him out of that hot spot, and let him vision the field. But he's the coach. He knows what he's doing. I guess. But, Pule, I'm with you.
Yes. I know, man. I just hope we get it together this week. Ain't no better game to turn the season around than this Sunday night.
I know,
Ain't no
right?
better way to do it.
Yeah.
Everyone got to step it up, from coaching, players, and everybody got to step it up this week.
They got a butt whooping last week, Pule. That'll inspire you to practice a little harder and get things a little right and add a little more intensity to everything you do in practice. I got a feeling the dudes is out there embarrassed and working their butt off this week. The Rams are going to have their hands full this week.
Yes, I know. But Ray Ronbo, man, I got to get back to work. It's still 5 o'clock here in Hawaii.
Hey, you know why? Hey, Pule, I just remembered who you are by your name. Yes, Pule. Bob Brava. Pule, that's right. What was that?
Yes, Pule.
Pule.
I
remember that.
Yep.
I got to put a little accent in it. Pule, great to hear from you.
Yep, right. I know. Good to hear from you, too. All right, there, Ronbo. Go ahead.
Right. You hang loose, brother.
Yeah. Okay, you too, Ronbo.
All right. Talk to you later.
You guys, bye.
Oh, yes, Pule. Got to remember that. I got to put a little next to his name. And Karen says, get prepared for it. Okay, Wade Phillips, something. Anybody but Robert Saleh, right? You know what? If you're going to make a defensive change, though, you probably should wait until the beginning of next season so they can get in lots of work with the new coordinator. You don't want to make a mid-season change like that with their defensive unit unless you got an interim coach standing by that can handle it, which we do, and they could do that. But don't start with an entire new program until next year. That would just cause, that'll cause all kinds of problems there because the guys can't comprehend and pick it up fast enough to finish the season. We'll see what they do, though. Hey, dollar, bill, will, swish.
Ronbo, what it do?
Will, man, Robert Saleh, man, the dude got cross-examined today, but he came out of the court smelling like a rose. He gave all the right answers. He didn't blame nobody. He actually defended what he did wrong. He should have had more safety help in there. Except he didn't use Kyle Shanahan and said, look, man, we told you about Ahkello Witherspoon, what happened there. We thought he was going to get himself ready to play until all of a sudden he jumped up and said, I can't play. See, yeah, Spoon is on everybody's pool list. But Will, what do you think?
Well, I ain't worried about Spoon. Spoon gonna be gone, and I'm gonna be so happy when they put out the news that Ahkello Witherspoon been released by the 49ers. I can't wait till that day happens. So I'm waiting on that right now. So,
God.
but yeah, man. Shout out to Robert Saleh. I'm glad he was man enough to admit that he was wrong. He said sometimes you have to learn from your lessons. And most definitely he learned from this, and I'm pretty sure he won't do nothing stupid like that ever again. So I'm glad that he admitted that he messed up. So now he can move forward and get ready to playing this defensive scheme up against the Rams because this is a big game. I'm glad Emmanuel Mosley is back. I'm so glad that he's back. Now we got Verrett and Mosley, out there on the field. Still a little skeptical about the slot position. I'm really nervous. I hope Jamar Taylor can hold it down. I'm praying he can. Cause what up, Jersey Joe?
JJ
But
ain't heard
yeah,
from in a long time.
yeah. But that's my only concern. Is the slot corner position. I hope Jamar can, you know, hold Cooper Cup down. I mean, but you never know. They may put Ward on Cooper Cup, or you really don't know who's gonna guard Cooper Cup
Good call,
until
because he
Sunday.
acted like he didn't want to tell nobody what was up. We talked to J Dub the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dub act like, no, he went right out of it. Don't start with me about
Yeah.
covering nothing else. But that's a good thing.
Yeah.
He convinced everybody he's serious. But he may be in there.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think defense is gonna hold up, man. I really do. This defense been good so far. It may not look like it, but they have been showing out. So I believe the defense is gonna step up again Sunday night. Moving on to the offense, Ronbo. Now, Ronbo, this is a perfect time for this 49er offense to dig deep
Bust out.
and see who they really are. So this is a 4-1 team.
Mm-hmm.
This is a contender team.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a perfect game to see. The whole world will be watching.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is going to be a football game / soap opera, because Sunday night, the truth will come out. Everything that you want to know will be revealed Sunday night between Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy G. So we might as well sit back and get our popcorn ready.
Yeah.
Because the truth is going to be revealed Sunday night. We're going to see if Kyle can let Jimmy go out there and let Jimmy be Jimmy. We're going to see if Kyle going to get Jimmy out the pocket. We're going to see if Kyle can get the running game going. And then with Jimmy G alone, we're going to see if he can go out there and tear up the Rams in the passing game. Mm-hmm. Now, I still am concerned about this offensive line. I am praying that the offensive line will block.
Scared. Yes.
If any time it is a block, please let it be now. Because Aaron Donald is licking his chops right now. So they watch the film and they see how poorly our offensive line is being. So they ready. They got their ears pinned back, and they're ready to go after this offensive line. So that offensive line has to be on the A+ game, not A game, A+ game. And this running game has to be very, very effective. That's the only way Jimmy G can be comfortable. That's the only way Jimmy G can show his skills. I mean, we are a run first zone
game, and that's what's good. It'd be nice if they went ahead and platoon. You don't do it with offensive linemen so much, but you go ahead and tell Trent, listen, man, we're gonna move you inside to start the game. What? Your assignment is go big, all world Aaron Donald. Yeah, he may like that. Williams might think that's a good challenge for him, because Williams has got that kind of speed that can keep up with Aaron Donald, and. But I don't know if he has the versatility to move up and down the line like that. But Donald would switch every time he saw Trent Williams move anyway. But I want Williams to seek him out on every snap. He's got to take care of his job at the edge, of course. But if I put George Kittle, Dwelly, or somebody over there on the side to cover, I'd love to draw up an offensive scheme to nail Donald.
Oh, yeah, because right, because you noticed last year it was times when the Rams had Aaron Donald playing the edge. So it will be some times where you may see Trent go up against Aaron Donald.
He ain't go. Aaron's not going to go but mess with Trent. Why do that when you can go get McGlinchey? So we're going to see. Well, let me see. Well, I'm gonna see tomorrow. Bring your score in anticipation of what's going to happen, and I'll see you then.
You want me to give you a score? You want me to give you a score tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. Like I said, man, y'all get y'all popcorn ready, because this Shanahan Garoppolo soap opera is gonna be revealed Sunday night. We gonna see how this offense operates. Mm-hmm. So shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Shout out to my TNT fam, the player upon the Dre, Trey, Big Show, Russo, Sheik, Denise, all them guys, man. Hey, shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, Rico, Jersey Joe, Sua, all them guys, man. Hey, man, Super Bowl 55. It won't be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because I believe it's going to be the San Francisco 49ers versus the BNL. All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam. See you tomorrow.
All right, man.
You know, I really like too. I think Debo. I'm hoping Debo every week he's gonna get into a little better shape just by virtue of training, getting feet back on the ground. Hope he looks a little sharper next week. He should look a little better each and every week. Get on! Thanks, fam. Says, no, we need it now. I'm getting old. He left. Allen did too long. Yeah, but you can't do it now. They're not going to switch. Not going to switch coordinators in the middle of the season. Maybe next season, and they may right this ship before too long. Like Robert Saleh says, you learn from devastating mistakes like that. He's been good last year. Relax, you'll be okay. Thanks for that contribution too. Christopher Engler says, let's get our season back. Go Niners on Sunday. Blessings, Ronbo. I hope they play very good. All the haters will be watching. Let's get W Niners. Oh, they will. And the critics, they're licking at the chops to go to work on the 49ers. Hey, Coach, come on in.
Hey, how you doing?
Coach, you know we've seen better days, and as recently as last year at this time, so you know that's how that goes. But what do you got on your mind today? I'm dying to hear.
Well, speaking of, we've had better days. I've been taking a look at some film, and a couple of things I see we can do, which has worked in the past for us, believe it or not.
All right.
Number one, defensively, our pass rush is doing good. They're not great like we've been in the past, but they're doing good, okay? So we got to give them a little help and play more different coverages behind. We got to mix it up. Cover 3 is not working for us because our corners are way too shallow. They need to get deeper, and that means your linebackers got to get wider, so your zone underneath has to widen out.
All right.
Secondly, I just think we need to change that up. Secondly, offensively, there's a few things we've done. Now, think back when Jimmy G first got here, and even that next year, a few games that he played in. There's one thing on offense we did that we haven't seen yet, and that's up tempo. We have not been going. We have not been going up tempo, and I'm looking at teams' defenses, and right now, that's the biggest way to help your offensive line, because what's happening is this, and I think everybody can kind of see it. Kansas City, in that fourth quarter in the Super Bowl, Spagnuolo set the precedent or blueprint for how to beat our offense, and that's pressure, right? And you get pressure and stop the run, and you stop it with 8-9 in the box. You do both. You get your pressure and stop the run doing that.
Right.
So by going up tempo, what do you force the defense to do? They need to go back, play more zone, and that plays to our strength, because now we can pick them apart and we can run the ball.
But how much time do you have, though, Coach? Because like you're saying, that pressure's up the line of scrimmage already.
Well, this is the thing. On up tempo, when we go up tempo on offense, that puts the defense on their heels.
Yeah.
They're not as aggressive up front. They're going to come straight at you. Now, Donald is going to be looking for the matchups, no doubt.
Oh.
He's going to test Tomlinson. Tomlinson hasn't had the greatest of years so far. He's going to test McGlinchey. He's going to test Brunskill. Okay. But if we can do an average job of keeping him from creating havoc in our backfield, and that means we got to run the ball, then I think we're going to have a good day and win the game. And the last thing,
go ahead.
And there's history behind this. I mean, if you look at Jimmy's past with our offense, I mean, how well did he do going up tempo against the teams that we won in? I mean, he won those games. He won. We did a lot of up tempo in those games. You go back and look at it.
Yeah, Cardinals.
We did not.
Saints.
We didn't do it in the Super Bowl. Yeah. We didn't do it in the Super Bowl. We haven't done it yet this year either.
Yeah.
And then the last thing, our special teams has got to be special.
For a change.
We need them to make some plays. I mean, we could have won that Eagles game with a couple of plays on special teams. We just got to do something. Okay, we're punting and it's less than 10 yards. Take a chance, man. Fake it.
And he's got the right guy for it, Coach. He
Exactly.
has Mitch. Use Mitch. He's got skills. For God's sakes, let him use some of those skills.
Exactly.
He can even run the ball. It's a big, strong guy that likes to do that kind of thing too.
Yep. All you do is get him a block, get somebody to pull around and lead him, get that edge guy pinched.
And he's got good speed too.
He can go right down the sideline. He can get some yards. I mean, the Rams did it for years with what's his name?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, what is that guy's name? Where is he these days anyway?
But Hector, I think.
Yeah.
Right. That guy wasn't even as fast.
And the thing is, you do that every now and then, Coach. You also put the defense on alert, and it messes with their mind. You don't be predictable. When you got a guy like Mitch, then freak people out.
Yeah, we're too predictable. That's our problem. We're too predictable. Defense, we're coming out in a free zone. We're too predictable. Our corners are playing too shallow. I mean, every time we got beat out there, Miller got beat. Was it Miller? Whatever his name was.
Brian,
I can't remember his name.
Allen.
I can't remember his name now. But every time he got beat, he was up close on the receiver instead of back in the deep third.
Dante Johnson, every time, and that's why. What's with the DC? Come over and say things like, "You're playing too shallow. He can't match his foot speed. Give him a little room." That's not. And even and Coach, even I know that as a player. If the guy's got you beat, forget about your pride and don't be ashamed. Do what needs to be done, damn it. And it's the thing. God.
Yeah. So, I mean, if we could do that, and on offense, I mean, what happens is Kyle gets too cute sometimes, right?
All the time.
And
almost all the time.
He's always, and his strength is his weakness sometimes. He thinks too much about, setting up plays for the third, fourth quarter. Well, if you don't get out of the first quarter, your third, fourth quarter is gone. I mean, you got to do that. You got to take care of it now.
Get that momentum up, build that lead. Okay, you want to get conservative, then do that later. Exactly, Coach.
Yep.
You need to be on his staff. Talk, get in his ear.
I wish I could. He don't have social media though. That's the problem.
Yeah, I know, and for a reason. Coach, we got to cut it off here though. Great stuff, Coach. All good sense. So we'll see what they do.
Thanks for having me on. Thanks for having the show. Really appreciate it. Say hi to everybody. Shout out.
Thanks,
love
Coach.
My fam. Love my 49ers. Let's go. Hey, let's do it. Stay positive.
It's time to wake up. Sounds like they woke up. So let's see what happens. All right, fam.
Yes.
Talk to you later, Coach. Yeah.
All right. Take care. Go Niners.
Coach making all kind of sense. You got to change what you've been doing. So if the tempo works better, then do that. Don't keep doing the same thing you're doing. And for DBs that don't have the foot speed to keep up, then for Jesus Christ, use common sense. Garrett, thanks, fam. Is always faithful. Got my lamb chops marinated now. That is for life. 3-3, baby. And Rakim says, it's funny how everyone forgets that our gold rush ran out of gas against the Saints. In the second Ram game, it was our offense that stood up. That's true. That's true, isn't it? That is so true. The offense has its moments. What the offense needs is consistency, and this is something we're struggling with since last year. Ellis!
Ronbo, give me 5. Fam, I'm checking out at the store.
I'm going to come back. All right.
I appreciate it.
All right, no problem. Yeah, the offense has to get, and also Shanahan has to realize what he has. If your rookies aren't ready to do some of the things that you want them to do, then don't give it to them. Give them something they can work with and figure that out during practice, Karen says, and I wonder if I'm pronouncing your name right. It's either K-E-I-R. It was a K-Ron. That's better. He said, I've been a fan of yours for years. Real Niners fan from Jersey. Time to call in. Thanks, fam. Appreciate you. Jersey. We got a lot of folks in Jersey. Man, that's cool as can be. D-on!
Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
D, man, I'm laughing because I knew Robert Saleh was going to come in ready. Boy, he's as cool as could be, man. That dude answered them questions and took that criticism like a champ. You know, he still said some things that made me laugh, though. He made it so the players will not be taking any responsibility for it. I love working with them. They've learned from mistakes, as you know, he's thinking we all have. And but still, there was nothing that could be said for Spoon for anybody to forgive him. And but your feeling on this and anything else you want to add?
Well, I watched the interview as well, and one thing I'm gonna always say is that coaches and players they have to vie for the team. Like, you can't go against the squad. You can't say so and so's upset. Like, you can't say this person played. Like, you can't say negative things against the squad. If you do, you have to keep it in house. Because if you let stuff like that out into the media, people will take it, run with it, and it'll just be a disaster.
And your players lose face, and you shouldn't be doing that. That's true.
Exactly. But to me, Robert Saleh, stop lying to yourself. Stop lying. Okay, first of all, we should have went and got Brian some help. You think?
And
you didn't see the man get destroyed for a whole damn
half an hour.
And you thought you should have slid him some safety help. You thought about that? Just it was a thought process. Well, I'm glad you thought about it, dummy. We didn't need you to think about it. We need you to act on it. And then the next thing is this is what really killed me about his interview. We work with everybody from the practice squad to the guys that are on the roster. And we work with them. We take extra time. Well, y'all don't take no extra time with no practice squad players trying to make them better. Dude, you ain't got time for that. You got to worry about the damn people on the squad. Yeah, come on, man. He's out here blowing smoke up everybody's you-know-what. Ain't nobody paying no attention to that. And then the thing is basically what Robert Saleh has to do is he must start to adjust on the fly. And he is not good at that. When you see a defense, when you see an offense that's basically tearing your defense apart because they know what you're doing and you're so predictable, you know what you do? Change up the defense.
Please.
I forgot there was a coach who runs a 4-3 scheme that's similar to ours. But he saw that the offense was eating his 4-3 scheme alive. You know what he did? He switched it to a 3-4 in the middle of the game.
Really? His players, what team was this?
Like, I can't remember the team right now for the life of me, but there was somebody who did it. And basically
if
what
they
he
can
did
do
was
that, you should do that often anyway, just to throw a wrench into the works of the opposing team.
Exactly. And see, the thing is you do have some guys that are defensive ends that can stand up and be linebackers and rush from the edge. So the thing is I'm not saying he can do that because we don't have the personnel to do something like that.
Let me see, that's the problem.
But run man defense more. You know what I'm saying? E-Man Mosley being back is a beautiful thing. I'm happy that he's back. The other dude that made me laugh was Mike McGlinchey. McGlinchey got up there on that press conference and had the nerve to say that people are nitpicking at one or two plays. Mike, you need to stop lying to yourself, okay? Just stop it, because you've been playing like hot garbage damn near most of the season. And it's not people picking apart one or two plays. Like, my thing is I'm not going to rag on a player and say that they're doing horrible when they're doing great. But I'm not about to give you no props when you suck. You cannot pass protect to save your life, McGlinchey, and you know it. You can run block. You can. Our run game is not the issue. It's the passing game. And then Kyle Shanahan, him coming out, and he challenged Jimmy G openly. Like, look, bro, in so many words, he said, look, man, you got to play through this injury and call it a day. All right? You got to suck it up. You got to play through the injury, get us through the season, because neither one of our backups are going to get us through anything. If we have our backups, we're going 4-12 and maybe 5-11. 5-11. But we ain't making the playoffs. We ain't got no shot. You're gonna have to suck it up, play through this high ankle sprain, and continue to just rehab and do whatever you can during the week. So, for me, I smell that we might just squeeze out a random win, but we're gonna have to contain Aaron Donald. And Aaron Donald, he goes everywhere.
He doesn't like to be contained.
He'll go beat up Mike McGlinchey, then he'll go try to beat up Trent Williams, and he'll come in and be like, Lakin, I'm going to get some of you. Ben, I like you too. Daniel, hey, how you doing? He plays wherever he wants. He has free reign to do that because he's that great of a player.
He is that good. I hope he chooses to pick on Williams as often as possible. The rest of them,
I mean, yeah,
there'll be
because
no
Williams got to
contest.
redeem himself because he was getting beat pretty badly, man. And you got to remember, Williams is a seasoned vet, but Aaron Donald is a young player that has had the experience against some great tackles, man. And you don't see him get shut down very often. You can kind of hold him and slow him down,
But not all game long.
Jimmy's gonna have to. Yeah, Jimmy's gonna have to be looking over his shoulder and make sure that he gets out of the pocket properly if he needs to. He cannot stand in there and just be
do
a
that
statue.
spin move and go down.
Yeah.
No, it
we ain't
doesn't
got time for
work,
you to try
Jimmy.
Yeah, we don't have time for you to try to play Michael Jackson in the pocket, man. You ain't trying to, kick and hee and all that. But I think the thing is the offense is healthy. If the line can hold up and Jimmy goes through his progressions properly, he'll hit the guys that are wide open and we'll be able to do the things that we need to do. But that's basically what has to happen. He must go through his progression properly and start hitting guys at the right time. When that guy's coming out of his break, the ball should be coming to him. It shouldn't be thrown when you see him turn around.
And that's what I was watching film the other day. You know what? Look at that timing. That ball's so far out in deep front of Debo, that's either late or too soon. So they're gonna
Exactly.
As I said, watch Jimmy this week. He can't take time off, D. He falls completely off the rock.
He can't. He don't. No, he don't. He has no choice.
No, I mean, I'm saying when he does take time off, God, he comes back like he ain't played in years. D, we got to stop though. Let me get you tomorrow because we're gonna be back for tomorrow in the scores.
All right, Ronbo. Appreciate the platform. Appreciate what you do. Like I always say, if you're in here and you're from another team, because your team sucks, you don't have a Ronbo. You'll never have a Ronbo, and your team sucks. You got to think. I've been jarring with this Seattle Reign guy. Y'all got one damn ring and you lost the other Super Bowl because your coach was an idiot. And let me tell you this: don't ever come in here in this chat trying to talk crap to us. We got 5 rings and countless Hall of Famers. And we just lost one today. One of our Hall of Famers died.
Oh,
Jeff
Dean. Yes, I forgot about him.
Dean, yeah, man. We got to have a moment of silence for him.
Yeah.
But thank you, Ronbo. Have a good evening. And to all you haters in there, click that like and subscribe button because you know your team ain't got no platform like this. And your team is crap, and you know it. Have a good night, Ronbo. Love you, brother.
Thank you, fam. Love you back. And by the way, the haters, you need not apply. But if you want to check out 9. That's number 9. Niner Gang Podcast. That's where you can find more of Dion. It is big football mind. Karen, I see. Karen says, sorry to bother you, but Kyle took the G out of Jimmy G Gunslinger, baby. Jimmy can go off schedule sometimes. I don't. Kyle likes when players do that. He needs to go ahead and get back into that mindset like he did when he first came. When we were saying things like 13-3, because we got Jimmy G. He's still the same guy, but he became too much of a Kyle student. I want him to break out every now and then. Just, Jimmy, give him the green light. Go get him. Ellis.
What's up, fam?
Hey, Ellis, we sit back here. We going over Robert Saleh's presser today. It was pretty funny. Saleh came in there and they asked him what was going on with Brian. And Robert told him, we learned some things. Robert Saleh, it's hard to get mad at him as you look at him. You get mad at him when you ain't looking at him and things are going south on the field, right? But yeah, he explained that he should have gave him more for safety help and that they thought they were going to give him enough margin to work with. We don't, at that point, 21, 24 points, you don't do that. Especially he lost the point at the peak of the leap on one play. He got all out beat on another, and at that point, you needed to make some changes. And he said, I thought we'd give him some safety help. Robert! You should have given him safety help from gate 1. He's new. Okay, see, these are some of the things when people start picking on Sal, I understand fully. So anyway, and Verrett is looking good. I'm wondering, Mosey's going to be back, and your feelings on all these things, and anything else you want to add, Ellis?
Man, you know what? Like I said before, and the gentleman a few callers before was that coach or whatever. I think it's right before. Yeah,
Coach
me in. Yeah, man, we're too damn predictable, Ronbo.
Oh, goes without saying.
If we're and that's a problem. I mean, if Kyle and Robert Saleh are having, a meeting of the minds and saying, listen, we got to switch it up. I mean, there was some. I remember hearing about the Patriots and basically how every week the Patriots are running a new offense or some new, running several new plays, a totally different style to expose, their opposition, so that they
whomever they're
really,
playing with.
so the opposition, so the opposition doesn't have any way to really strategize because they're running an entirely set of, different plays and everything. So it's like we have to start mixing some of those different things in. He's got to, both of them, they have to start thinking that way because being predictable is an easy way to get shut down. I mean, if they take away the run and our pass is not really promising, then I mean we're about to get our ass kicked again. You know what I mean? And we can't afford to continue to keep playing like this because we're too good of a damn team to be having to, really, to be looking like this and to having these kind of outcomes. Coach Saleh, he's mild mannered and, he was, I hear what he's saying, but it's like, and then the guy Jamar, you guys put him out there, man, come on, man. These guys are new booties. You can't expect them to come out here and really play and be able to sustain, that second level, defensively out there. Those guys are, they're it's like rookies. You know what I mean? Even with the experience, it's still you're playing a completely different, defense with and then the opposition who you're playing. How are they studying individually? What's their individual take on it all? You know what I mean? A lot of those different components, it really matters a lot. You know what I mean? Outside of the defensive strategy, what kind of player are they? You know what I mean? Are they doing any personal, working on any personal details themselves so that they can be successful?
Like watching film and studying your players and your opponent, what you're going to be doing. I think most of our guys do that, though, because Sherm sort of set that
let's
precedent.
Hope.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Except
Russell Wilson makes his offense. Russell Wilson gives out homework. You know what I mean, to his offense. Jimmy's not doing
That's
any
another
of that.
story.
To the offense. Well, no, I'm just saying though. You could apply that defensively too. There's got to be some leadership on the defensive and offensive side of the ball where guys are taking these initiatives because Joe Staley's not there anymore. We're lacking leadership. You know what I mean? It's been said. Somebody's got to, say, hey, this is bullshit. We got to get this stuff in gear. Richard's not out there to go crazy and get mad and really hype guys up, but we need some guys to get pissed off, and we need some people to start, playing with some heart. You know what I mean? We got to be able to sustain and continue to, perform so we can at least get in the tournament. It's vital.
You know something, though, Ellis? I just realized something. Shanahan's playbook is pretty massive. You know what I got a feeling they do? Shanahan's his whole MO when he first starts a game, and they come in with a rehearsed set of plays. Shanahan uses those to figure out where the weak link is on a particular opposing team, right? And then he goes to plan B and initiates what he thinks is going to be effective. The execution is what's been failing. We saw misses, we saw bad passes, we saw drops. We saw bad timing. These are things that you should be able to iron out to a large degree in preseason. The 49ers have embarrassingly started this season not ready. And I'm starting to realize that every week. Because week one, when Shanahan came out and said, I didn't really have a game plan, I can't believe he shamelessly said that. And then week two, it sort of reflected the same way, but they got away with it.
Right. And defensively, this is going to be on our defense, I think, more than our offense, just because, because they got Cooper Kupp and they got that, was it Robert Woods, and they got that tight end. I mean, we got to be on the lookout for those guys because, they come out in different quarters. They come out in spurts and stuff. So we got to be able to make sure that we can sustain
Cooper Kupp,
those guys.
Like somebody said the other
like
day,
that.
He comes in suddenly in the fourth quarter. Ellis, what a time, though, Ellis.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Let me see you tomorrow and bring that score.
Yes, indeed. Ronbo, shout out to you, family, as always. Shout out to the Niners faithful, man. Y'all stay locked in, and hopefully we got some more guys, listening to the constructive criticism and just the, the outside looking in view. You know what I mean? Because we want to see wins. We want to win too, y'all. So
come on.
Hopefully they
better than that. Really? All right.
Yeah, we got it. Let's go, gentlemen. All right, family.
All right. Night, Ellis.
Oh yeah, man. Did y'all just lastly, Ronbo? You seen that? You seen who the Chiefs got, right? You seen who the Chiefs got?
What you mean
We
that
got to
beaten?
pick. No, they just got Le'Veon Bell.
Oh, they
I'm
picked
just
up
saying.
Bell.
Yeah, the Chiefs got Le'Veon Bell. So yeah.
So they win the Bell sweepstake. All right. They must have had that happen too, because I
All
didn't
right,
see.
family.
Yeah. All right. No, that was.
Shout out to you, bro. Much
There
love,
you go.
peace.
Yeah, there you go. The news there. Yeah, Le'Veon ends up in Kansas City. By the way, Brian Ford, you got it wrong. Nobody. The big deal was the Super Bowl loser ends up taking a deep dive. Nobody ever said anything about a Super Bowl winner taking a hangover. Get your facts right, man, or shut up. Alex!
Yeah, what's up, Ronbo?
Alex, man, we're looking at Robert Saleh came in today and he knew he was going to be on the hot seat. He seemed to handle that well. It was like a Senate committee to get Saleh sit there and calmly answer the questions, and you couldn't get mad at him. It's because he actually accused Kyle Shanahan of clearing up the situation about Ahkello Witherspoon and why they weren't ready to make a move earlier than they did is because Spoon's fault. It's sort of like blame Spoon on it, which is good. Spoon comes in. I'm ready, Coach. All the way through the week, I'm getting myself ready. Last minute, it feels tight. What? Allen, get ready. You're starting tonight. Whoa. Can you imagine? You're Brian Allen, right? And you don't have all the confidence in the world. I just got into the Santa Clara County. And all of a sudden, they're telling me to start? So, this was a real faux pas, Alex. But Alex, what do you think about that whole situation?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm just kind of passive at this point. What's done is done. Hopefully they learned their lesson from their mistake. Hopefully Spoon learned his freaking lesson to grow a pair of cojones and go out there and ball out at least. I mean, shoot. Dude, you're getting – any one of us that calls in here would love to be on that field. Just saying. But,
God, yes.
But, like I said, I'm just kind of passive at this point. I do gotta say, it's not football. It's not football related, but Dodgers are getting spanked right now. Kershaw has the worst.
This is Kershaw.
Kershaw has
every year.
the worst ERA. Kershaw has the worst ERA in MLB history.
Of course, he can only play regular season baseball. He's like the Seahawks. They play great all season long, but leave him out of the playoffs. Kershaw's the same way. He'll win you 20 games, maybe 25 and 30, and it comes to the playoffs. First one, he gets nailed. I don't understand him at all. I understand what the Astros did to him. They cheated on him.
Yeah.
But there's no more cheating. Clayton, what are you doing?
No, they had no excuse. They have no excuse. Kershaw's just terrible.
He's done.
And Bumgarner, anyways, I don't want to talk baseball the whole time. I just thought I'd throw some shade.
It's funny, though. Everybody knows anything about Dodger baseball. It is funny. And I guess you do follow them. Okay. Yeah, I've been watching them.
Yeah.
Dodgers.
Yeah. But just going back to the Niners, obviously. Rumbo, did you know that Kerry Hyder, according to PFF, is the number 4 edge defender in the entire league?
Every week he takes a quarterback down, Alex. I'm not surprised. We've had 5 games. Kerry's got to have 5 sacks. He's averaging a sack a week. And he's probably going to get above that at some point.
He's either at 3.5 or he's between 3.5 to 4.5. I don't remember exactly.
He's got to be 4.5 because I remember game 1. No, he didn't get Kyle, but everybody else he's dropped him. Look at Kerry Hyder.
What's going on?
Whoa, who's that?
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Hey, don't unmute yourself. We'll bring you in because otherwise you end up doing like that. You interrupt the conversation. So don't unmute yourself. We'll bring you in first chance we get. Hey, go ahead, Alex.
No worries. I thought that was on my end. I lost my train of thought, but no. I mean, shoot, man. I'm pumped to see Hyder on that. I don't know how much stock I put in the PFF, but I mean the fact that Hyder's on there, shout out to him, man. He's balling out for us. That effort that he shows on the field. I mean, it's at least to me it would be infectious, and it kind of bums me out that Bosa's not next to him, and neither is Blair. But we do have Blair coming back, so who knows what this defense looks like? Because Blair, we know, can tackle Russell Wilson in the open field.
I know.
That's how he tore his ACL.
Those are going to be your 2 edge rushers.
Hyder,
Those are going to be
Right.
two edges right there, Hyder and Blair. I have no problem
Right.
with that. Yeah.
That is a solid pass, and obviously we know that we can stop the run. We're top 3, top 5 in stopping the run.
Mm-hmm.
If we get Blair back soon enough, we still have Hyder on the other side. Hyder's balling out. He just needs someone else on the edge to help, take away people chipping him on the side. So, and then if we get Mosley back, we get Sherman back, this defense is going to be okay. We're going to be okay going forward. This is just a bad stretch of we had Brian Allen on the field, okay? Like, that's the reason why we lost this game. And our offensive
14
line.
points to start the game. 14-point hole.
Right. Right, and the penalties that they gave us, like the horse collar penalty.
Oh, that wasn't a horse collar.
That was such bull, Ronbo.
He grabbed it in the middle of his jersey. I just didn't want to cry about it, Alex, because they say we cry all the time. Well, Jesus Christ, we're always getting these kind of calls.
What do you expect us to do?
That was
what
pivotal.
Do you expect us to do? Like, I feel like we get so many penalties that we're like, okay, like whatever. But when it's egregious like that, it's like, bro, you really like. Obviously, we got our backups of backups of backups in there. You're really gonna throw gasoline on the fire and flag us for like the most ticky-tack tackle ever?
15 yards. 15 yards.
Place them right on like
man.
the 3-yard line. Like, what do you expect us to do?
Kidding me?
Obviously, we got burned by Howland, and that set up like them like being in our territory. I don't want to talk about the Dolphins game. I'm putting that game in the past. We just got to move on from that.
It's a new day, and they learn. They'll get tough from it.
I'm looking forward to the future. I think that we can get our defense shored up, and damn, if we can get this offensive going, Ronbo,
look forward to this weekend.
It's so crazy because this is like the complete opposite of what we had last year. Our offensive line was top, maybe the number 1 offensive line.
No, Alex.
At least at run blocking.
Alex, we got to go. It'll get better.
Oh, my bad.
It will be remedied this weekend. I really have a strong feeling about it this weekend. I do not see them embarrassing themselves after last week again this week.
No.
All right,
and Shanahan's not going to get embarrassed by McVay on at least he's going to be competitive.
That's true.
And we can do it. Division games are always crazy. You never know with division games. So hopefully we can just get this back on track. Anyway, I'll let you go. I'm sorry to hold up.
It's no problem. We'll be back tomorrow. Bring your score with you tomorrow, will you? I'll be looking for you.
Yeah, I will do, Ronbo. You have a good night, brother, man.
You too, Alex. Night.
All right. Later. Go Niners, baby. Yee!
Yes. And we zoom out to area code 201 out in Jersey. Hello, New Jersey, home of some of the best. What is that? That pasta that I really like. It's not Alfredo, but the other one with the bacon and creamy sauce. How is it? Hey, Emilio!
¿Qué pasa, Ronbo?
Hey, doing great, man. Everything's all right. Emilio, how about you?
I'm just chilling at work, trying to do my job. Get the day over. Pretty much,
Well, Emilio, Robert Saleh.
One quick question before we start. Are you still gonna do those one-on-ones like you used to, or are you just not gonna do that?
Yeah,
some of those were cool. Or
yeah, we were waiting for some wins, some momentum to get a very conversation going on right now. We're struggling, so I just come in and do live 3 and 4 times a week for now.
Just wondering, I thought you just stopped doing it like I was just that was it.
But Emilio, you see the press conference today, Robert Saleh? We see everybody's waiting on Robert Saleh to explain.
I actually missed it because I was trying to wait for my notifications going and never did. So I didn't watch it. I just been hearing you guys talk about it, so I actually didn't. So when I get a chance, when I get home, I'll watch it tonight.
We came in and said everything that you expect him to say, actually. No big surprises. You can check it out. But he did say...
Oh, yeah. I figured that, yeah.
He was very PC.
Go ahead.
And what we decided is Robert Saleh's never going to come in and do... what's that fool who got fired out of Texas, O'Neill? Is his name O'Neill? Anyway, that coach used to love to come in and tell you about how his players are screwing up. But... the 49ers, they'll never do that. No matter who's messing up, they'll come in and say, and Shanahan's the worst. Shanahan will say things like, I thought he was doing a great job tonight. He may have struggled a couple of times, but for the most part, I thought he had a great game.
He killed me with that. He killed me with that part.
Robert Saleh, they got
Like,
they got a credo in that room. And Robert Saleh will say,
I get it, man.
we learned. I think he learned some things. We tried to get him some safety help, but Robert, you waited till 14 points down, Robert. He's a new kid on the block. He was coming in nervous and everything else. Of course, you tell Jimmy Ward you shadow him like you was part of his body. No, we wait until we get 14 points down. So, I'm a little concerned. I'm not ready to fire Saleh yet.
You see, we talked about it. That was a Witherspoon issue. We said it was trying to let's make this guy suck so I can come in and make me look like the hero. That's what that's what we kind of all see. I don't want to believe that's what he did. But
no, he said he was.
Emilio,
he said he was going to be ready. This is what the excuse is. And Shanahan said on the beginning of the week, he said, Kello had us thinking he was going to play. And then all of a sudden he got tight. And then, of course, we ended up putting in Brian Allen. Kello, I would have, you know what? They probably did tell him. He probably did get cussed out, though. At least a little bit.
To be honest, I kind of did that one time. I was like, man, I feel kind of hurt. It was one of them days I didn't want to go to work. And I was like, you know what? I hurt my leg. I don't feel like going there. I feel like it was kind of one of those things, like trying to play hooky. Like, you know what? I feel hurt. My leg hurts. So you know what? I'm not going to work today.
There you go.
I kind of feel like it was one of those situations.
Yeah, exactly. And now we can't cover because that was not the plan, right? So whatever happens at work now, you're actually responsible for. So if somebody comes in there and just messes up, blame Emilio. And that's the same thing. You need to blame Kello. Yeah.
Pretty much. Like he wasn't here, so we're gonna blame him because he wasn't here doing his part.
Right. Especially since he said he was gonna be cool. We didn't make no reservations or accommodations for him to be missing. And Kello. So we got Brian Allen. And then Kello comes in a few minutes later, Emilio, just to make everybody mad. Coach, I'm ready to go. Oh, shit.
At that point, I honestly wanted to turn off the game so bad. I was like, I know this dude is not in the game and he could have came out. But I was like, you know what? Once I seen CJ, I was like, well, let me kind of somewhat stick this out. I mean, I did lost the game all the way to the end. Just atrocious, just watching this game. I said, it's so reminding me of the top, what's the name? The Chip Kelly years. And said, this is so bad. I was like, we've never been this bad in 5 years. When we're all going at each other's show. Like, this guy sucks. No, you don't know what you're talking about. It's going to some guy. I don't want to go back with that because
no, not to that level. That's why we got That's why we got Shanahan and Lynch to prevent those kind of seasons where you have no chance. Remember, we had no chance, and we knew before Sunday. We knew Monday morning we didn't have no chance next Sunday. Yeah, no, God. So,
those were we were going at each other. Like I said, those were the years we were all going at each other. So me going at you, people going at me.
Well, you was telling the truth. Like, I was just hopeful.
Man, I get it. I get it. Like I said, we're Niners fans. You want your team to succeed, but it's just like, come on, this team just flat out sucks. You just cannot. You couldn't support. I couldn't support it. I said I watched it, but I just couldn't support this horrible play.
And they proved it week after week. A few shining moments, but for the most part, 49ers jump out to a lead. 49ers got a lead, 14-0. All right, go Niners. Fourth quarter coming up. The 49ers haven't scored since the first quarter, and it's 27-14. Oh, good, Niners. we got to go. Let me see you tomorrow. Have your score ready, all right?
Okay. I might give you two scores because I'm in the between. We might lose this. If all goes great, we might win this game. But I'm in between this game because we played so bad. I know we're getting players back. Yeah. But I'm in between this and it's like, we win, we lose.
We may.
But I'll talk to you tomorrow, man.
All right, Milo. Have a good night.
All right. You too.
And maybe we should allow that, right? You're going to give two scores. Maybe we'll let that happen. Because this game, it's hard to predict what the 49ers are going to do right now because they don't look like the 49ers we used to remember from last season. Granted, there's a lot of people out, but you don't know which Jimmy's going to show up or what players are going to be available. It's just really kind of tough to call this year. Hey, Karen, by the way, what am I doing wrong? Can't get through, Faithful, since 84. Caron, are you trying to call in, or what do you mean? Or are you talking through since 84? You mean the 49ers have a we've had a few years since 84. We've had a few. If you try to call in, you see that number on the screen, and the PIN number should be right there. If not, read the info down below the video, and they give it to you. All right, and call on in. Here she is, the newest member of TNT. Come on in, Denise.
How's it going, Ronbo?
Denise is more optimistic. I feel stronger. George Kittle got me all fired up. I read what he said about what happened in practice today. I says, okay, all right, that sounds better. George even said the offensive line played better. That means he knew the offensive line wasn't doing very well before. Denise, I think they've been doing preseason on us. I really do. 5 weeks of preseason football. Maybe they're ready to go now. What do you think? And Robert Saleh, talk about him, too, because he was hilarious today.
Oh, he cracked me up. He was like, yeah, well, it's like, I'm sorry. Actually, who cracked me up more was, I agree with Dion. McGlinchey, he cracked me up. I was like, he was so pissed off.
Wasn't he pissed?
He's like, it's only been, oh my God, McGlinchey was so mad. He was like, it's only been a couple of plays. All these people on Twitter just dogging me because of 1 or 2 plays. I'm like, dude, you're on your ass the whole game. Like, who are you kidding?
And that made him mad, too. Him and Eric Armstead, I guess they're going to be the guys who don't take any static. Usually players just allow it, But Armstead and now McGlinchey, boy, they don't want to hear it. They'll come right back at you, which is fun, actually.
Well, what's funny to me is, I'm like, at least be honest. Like, don't sit here and be like, oh, a couple of plays. Really? I'm not even I'm no football expert, but dude, when you're on your ass the majority of the game, even I know you're not playing well, okay?
Yeah. Denise, next time, Denise, give him examples. Point out. Somebody's got to go out and map it out for him. All right, Mike, you want to go there? Let's go here then. First quarter, 3-10. Boom. There you go. Jimmy sacked. That's same first quarter. Boom. There you go. You not only allowed the defense to get in, but you also helped it by getting up and actually tripping one of your own players. Just worked him over. Oh, God, bitch, you'll be livid.
I wish one of the reporters would have told McGlinchey this. We have had 53 QB hits through 5 games.
And that's outrageous.
53, Ronbo. 53.
It's crazy. Crazy.
And that's just hits. Like, I mean, I don't know, if that includes them actually, sacking, but 53 QB hits through 5 games.
Those hits could be every bit as a problem as a sack, because now the quarterback is probably taken out of the play. It's just,
Exactly. I'm like, yeah, if I was the reporter and he would have said that to me, I was like, really wrong. I would have said, really, McGlinchey? Well, I said, not that you're the only problem, but 53 QB hits. Why don't you go talk to your quarterbacks and see what they think about that? 53.
Mm-hmm. And remember, he did. You know what? He did get the feeling that was going on in his mind too, because he says, "We just have to get better." Oh, come on, Mike. We have to stop just saying this, okay? Because each and every week, you get the quarterback killed. He takes full responsibility for it. Nobody says anything to you, and when they do say something to you, you get all huffy and indignant. I couldn't believe it when he did that. Mike, just shut up.
Yeah.
53 quarterback hits? Come on, man. That's you.
Yeah.
Mainly that's you.
Yeah. And you know what? I will say, I really felt bad for Shanahan. Did you see him? His hat was down. He was barely looking. That poor guy, seriously, I was like, yo, Shanahan, you're my boy, but you look like you have aged drastically.
Even since the beginning of the season. He does. Somebody else is talking about that, too. He's like, he didn't want to come out here to talk today. He's embarrassed. 43 points on you, Kyle. Are you serious right now? 43 points?
Yeah,
Remember those little slim margins you used to lose by every week? That is out the window now, baby. God.
He looked beat up. He did. Like, I honestly, I was sitting there listening to that presser, and I felt bad for Shanahan. I was like, wow. I'm like, I'm like, have we been too hard on you, buddy? Like,
I tell you, man. I tell you.
I'm like,
You know,
is your wife hugging you at night? You don't look happy.
She's probably not staying at home anymore at night. You know what? I got a feeling that Shanahan's probably, he's got a bad temper, I think. Because when he gets mad at a player, you notice they stay in the doghouse. I'll bet he does have words with certain people. And I do think between him and Matty B, they had an exchange. They were never the same after that 1 week. And Matty B is now in Miami. Carlos Hyde is a journeyman. This also Marquise Goodwin. Those guys, they had some words.
I'm telling you right now, everybody, mark my word. I'm telling you right now, like, I'm going to shut up about Jimmy G. I'm on the bandwagon again. Okay. I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to give Jimmy G till the end of the year. I'm going to give him till the end of the year. So I'm not going to, because everybody on Twitter, it cracks me up. As soon as you say anything, they're like, oh, well, you're not a true faithful. You don't remember the bad years. You don't remember when, Joe Montana played bad. You don't remember when Steve Young played bad.
Jesus, not a lot of people don't remember Joe Montana played bad. You had 80s. God.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I've been a fan, since the 80s, so I do remember those times. Like, I remember.
So you could tell them to shut up then.
Yeah, like, I remember those times. But what I'm saying is, like, we're predicated on the run
Current
and the pass.
Results.
So here's the thing. I think Shanahan is trying to mix it up a little bit. I think that's why he's trying to throw more. And you know what I mean? Like, because let's all be honest. Like, we ran the ball to death last year. And yes, we got to the Super Bowl. But when we needed Jimmy to make the throw, he couldn't make it. Because, and I agree with you. I agree with you that practice makes perfect. You know what I mean? Like, you have to get him in a rhythm. And I will say, I don't understand why he, does really good and then completely shits the bed. I'm like, yo, Jimmy, I don't understand.
And that's the thing. He's got to get consistent or people are going to be on him forever until he leaves town. Denise, we got to go, though. Let's see you tomorrow. Bring your score with you, too, okay?
All right. Yeah, I don't know.
I know it's hard to call.
I might pull a Sharon on you. I'm not sure if
And give me two scores.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Good night, Denise.
All right. Thanks, Ronbo. Thanks again for all you do.
Nah, thank you for getting in here, too. Night, Denise.
All right. Good night. Bye.
And Kiran says, trying to call. Okay, you are trying to call. Okay, so go down and let me hear it, Ronbo. Thanks, stay faithful. Hey, Kiran, just check out the numbers on the screen, and all the info is right there in the description below. I mean, you should be able to get in. We'll wait for you. I got to give him the holler. Thanks for that contribution to And could maybe this is Cameron, you're in New Jersey. Is that you? Hey, hello. 201 area code. Cameron, is that you?
Yeah.
Hey, come on in, man. You got it. You know what? Thank you for all those contributions tonight, too, Cameron. Am I pronouncing your name right? Give me straight on that. Is that right?
Kieran?
Kieran. All right. Now I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Kieran, come on, man. You must have something lots you want to say. Because, we're 2-3. And
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you like loud and clear. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Still got the other thing going on, but listen, man.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of yours for many years, man. At least 3 years.
All right. Well, thanks.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thanks.
I'm from Jersey. I've been hearing the heat about the Niners forever, yeah. But all we do is win, yeah.
No. Yes. We may take a break on winning for a minute, but we'll be back. I understand fully. Yes.
Everybody want to get on the bandwagon last year. Now it's something different because we having hard times, yeah. To me, that's when the faithful come in, yeah.
Yes. Amen to that.
What can you do with injuries, yeah?
I know, right? But every team's But
I just don't like
that's
the
football.
fact that we always go after injured players. That's the problem I have since the last regime, man. Am I wrong, man?
You're
Like,
right. Do it. 2 examples right away. D Ford came in here with a history of getting killed and hurt and out half the season, and Quan came in. He was healing up when we got him. So
I don't mind getting them if we gonna finish the mission, yo. We get them and then we win the Super Bowl. Then it's something different, yo. Then y'all can go ahead and go to the pasture, yo. But I don't know, man. Ronbo, yo. I ain't giving up on the season, though.
Never
that, man.
A lot of teams have injury problems, Keyron. You know what's the 49ers? They just need a couple of guys to get in sync offensively. And I have a feeling the defense is going to figure this out because they got good coaches. And they'll be able to figure something out here in a minute to put a little more pressure on the quarterback. And if that happens, I think we'll be okay.
I was real pissed at Saleh, man. That's why I kept giving you the messages, man.
Yeah, he's...
Really am, man. It's like, come on. We can't go from Super Bowl to, you don't know, to get Allen out in the first quarter. Or the first 10 minutes at that. You know what I mean? Bad look for the organization. Man.
And bad judgment call, too. And if you're going to make a call, make that call right now. He's a rookie. He's off a practice squad.
And he's trying to be a coach, though. So how you... Yeah. I don't understand it, man.
It was hard to understand. He understands now. I believe Kyle Shanahan, you know how he looks in these press conferences now? He looks all worn out and depressed. I'm thinking him and his coaches be having words.
Man.
You know?
You heard when they talked to him about his hat? Oh, you want to switch the hat? He's like, nah, I live in realistic or whatever he said.
Well, no,
about the red hat.
He also said, well, if I thought the hat was going to make that much difference, I would have never taken that hat off. Cal probably was saying, I'd have been sleeping in that hat. I'd have had it surgically stitched to my head, know, taking these kind of beatings each and every week.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, yo, that would have been the hat that's wearing,
Yeah, in the shower.
I'm not trying to hold you up, man. I finally got in. I'm so happy there.
Great to hear from you, Keyron. Tell you what, fam.
Man, I listen to you. I listen to you more than my woman, yeah.
Keyron, you can't do that, man. You fool around and you be calling me Ronbo, man. My lady left me.
You get me in trouble, Ronbo. She's like, what you doing? I'm listening to Ronbo.
Yeah, is she a 49er fan?
Yeah, she a 49er fan.
Yeah. She'll kind of understand. Yeah, you're okay.
Yeah, she understands,
yeah. All right. Well, Keyron, get back to your lady.
She like, you on Ronbo, huh? Oh, all right. I can get it off, huh? I'm listening to you. Anything else, it's over.
Get back to her and reassure her that you are still on her side of the road. All right? And I'm going to say, hey, Keyron, you get a chance.
Bro. I'm going to talk to you.
Thanks, man.
Between Sunday night, yo, we got that W, though.
I think so. I really do.
3-3, man.
Hey, thanks, man.
Stay safe, man.
You too.
Thanks for everything.
You're so welcome. Night, Keyron. Keyron needed that, boy. I tell you, he feels better now. He sounds like Jay, huh?
You started.
Keep it up. I loved it.
Stay safe, man.
You too, Keyron. Have a good night.
Love you, brother.
Oh, love you back, fam. All right. Talk to you tomorrow if you get a chance. All right.
All right, man.
And I see. Hey, Brandon.
Yeah, Ronbo.
Brandon, as you know, we're discussing Robert Saleh. As that dude got put up on the witness stand today, and he's supposed to testify on behalf of what took place last week. And 49ers starting off 14-0 because he didn't know what to do with Brian Allen. Oh, man. And, of course, George Kittle has already told everybody, we're looking good now. We still go. George still says the 49ers are going to make the playoffs. As soon as I heard it, as soon as I read that, I said, there you go. That's the attitude. Get them, Niners. So, it's a halfway good day. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that, and I think a lot of the faithful is going to feel me on this one, is they're probably going to admit Brian Allen in rehab with Kyle Williams.
Hey, Cal's still in there, ain't he?
Right.
They need to lock him up anyway. Made me so mad.
I was on I was also on the Facebook, and I was on the chat on there, and a lot of people was knocking, Jimmy G and Mullins and whatnot, and just think about it. I mean, would they be better if we still had JT O'Sullivan or Ken Dorsey? I mean,
I forgot all about
we
Dorsey.
had some bad days back then. Right, we had some bad days back then, but we got Jimmy G, and Jimmy G looked better than most of the quarterbacks we had in the past. Most of them.
Yeah.
So, but
and that's all everybody's talked about 2 years ago. Now, every mistake, and even after the Super Bowl, get rid of Jimmy G. I'm always laughing like,
right.
And get what? Get what? Right. So.
And that's one thing. That's one thing I noticed you do say a lot too, because a lot of people will say some stupid stuff like, "Get rid of the coaching, get rid of Robert Saleh, and get rid of Jimmy G." But then you do always come back and tell them like, "Okay, and then what you gonna get?"
Right.
Because then you got to think about that. Once you get rid of these guys, and then you get somebody else, and what if they don't pan out? Then you'll be like, "Man, I wish I had Jimmy G back." Yeah, they gonna be like, "I wish I had Jimmy G back, or I wish I had Robert Saleh back, man." Woo, woo. Nah, you don't wish that. You already wished them gone. So, shit.
Every team.
Hey,
Brandon, every team has somebody. Tom Brady went down this last week, and the fool is standing up at the end of the game holding up 4 fingers. If Jimmy G would have did that, people would be running around Santa Clara with picket signs and everything else. Every quarterback has his day. Last year, I told people, Jimmy G, I said, look at what happened. When you got a great pass rush, look at what happened to Aaron Rodgers last year. We made him look like a rookie.
Right.
That's what happens.
Right.
Everybody's going to have a fail. Yep. It's impossibly perfect every week. Nobody wants to hear it. All right, just wait.
Yep, I believe it too. Everybody falls, and then you got to think. I mean, plus the morale is down too. Yeah. I mean, you got to think at the beginning of the year, of course, we all was like, yeah, we got this. We're going to do this. I listened to all of them, all the chats that you done had. Everybody, yeah, man, we going to smash and this and that. But then when we start getting all them injuries, just like the players on the team, of course, they looking over there, like they in the locker room get pumped up for the game, but they do look over to the side and see, like, Bosa injured,
that was
Sherman injured.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, they seeing all that, of course.
D Ford's in a wheelchair. Yeah, and D Ford in a wheelchair.
Yeah, right.
That's 3 very important players, okay? So stop blaming everybody else on the team and think about those guys that are missing. You're not going to be the same. You got to try to regroup.
Right. It's not. You're right. It's not going to be the same, and it's hard. And I mean, and the way I feel, like I said, I feel bad for Allen. Like he just came in. You know he's nervous. You know he's nervous.
Oh God, yes.
He ain't had no game time action, none of that. Then they instantly throw him in, and then he start getting beat up on, and then he just like, and in his head he's probably like, man, dang. I guess I got to give Kyle Williams a call and see how he got out of this. Because I might have to go on suicide watch myself. But
I felt sorry for him, but I was mad as hell at him, Brendan. Because, all I know is we were getting our brains beat out, And so now you first lash out. But you know what? Like you're saying now, poor guy. He just got to town on a Tuesday, and they put him on the field on Sunday. Damn.
Right. And that's a lot of pressure on you. I mean, that's a lot of pressure. You off the practice squad, not on just second unit. I mean, we had one guy said we have 4 fifth string guys out there. Yep. I mean, you're not a starter. Mm-hmm. You ain't been starting or none of that. So, of course, you're going to be nervous. Like, oh, shoot, what do I do? Coach said this, coach said that, coach said this. And like one of your other callers was saying, he hasn't seen time with the first or the second string unit to kind of know and practice, like, hey, no, you ain't supposed to do that.
Right.
Next time the player do this, you do that, or whatever the case is. Like, he didn't have all that. He just jumped straight from practice squad straight to starting lineup.
And
he
Jimmy
probably
don't
told his
know him
whole
from
family, like, hey.
and J Dub don't know him from Adam, right? And then Robert Saleh says, well, we thought we should give him some safety help. Robert, you give him safety help from snap one. You wait. Okay.
Right.
It's too late.
From
Brandon,
snap one.
Brandon,
And it's probably bad because he probably told his family, like, hey, y'all, I'm starting on Sunday. And then his family came out there like, oh, shucks.
It embarrassed everybody in the family.
Right.
Brandon, we got to go, though. Brandon, get back in the ball and bring your score, fam. All right?
All right, I'll holler at you tomorrow.
Be looking forward. Night, Brandon.
All right, bye.
And Cynthia, I was just exaggerating. D Ford is not in a wheelchair, but he may as well be. He can't take no kind of pain anymore. D Ford, first his neck hurt, and then his back started hurting. I don't know what's hurting now, but it doesn't look like D Ford's back anytime in the near future. Sin, how much time we got? It's a 16-week season, and there's D Ford. Oh, my back. My neck. Well, I forgot. Is it my back or my neck? My neck and back. Come on, D. Come on, man. 865 in Tennessee. Hello. 865. Come on in. Hey, Johnny V. Come on in, John. Let's talk.
Ronbo, my man, what's happening, brother?
John, we're this week. Is that Tennessee trying to call? Hey, hold on, fam. I'll be right back. I'm going to talk to John. Be right back. John, I watched Robert Saleh today. I don't know what I expected. I don't know. I must have been thinking some kind of a real courtroom situation. Robert Saleh, do you remember at what point in the game did you finally realize that you may have made a mistake? And before you answer that question, who is Brian Allen? I would have loved to cross-examine him hardcore, and have him sitting there sweating.
Oh, man.
Firing bullet questions one after another. Since when does a defensive coordinator, and you are the DC, am I right? Why would you put a kid off the practice squad, you start him against a quarterback like Fitzpatrick with no safety help? What are you doing? Mm-hmm. All these questions.
Sure.
Saleh got out of it.
Of course. Of course, Ronbo. And he always follows it up with, that's a mistake I'm going to learn from. Are you kidding me, dude? Like, any one of us with half a freaking brain, dude, could be standing on that sideline right now. You, me, and everyone at TNT, somebody could make an attempt to be like, you know what? This is my first day on the job. I'm watching my cornerbacks, and you know what? Since this is Brian Allen, I'm going to give him some safety help. Ooh. Any son of a bitch with half a brain would give a guy like that some safety help. And Robert Saleh needs that game to learn from it, Ronbo? Are you kidding me, dude?
John, even if he just didn't say, just goes over to Jimmy Ward and says, "Hey, we got a rookie out here, right? I'm gonna give you the responsibility to keep an eye on things, okay?" And just that much is alone. Maybe Dub makes an adjustment. He doesn't know what you're doing. God.
Holy shit, dude. I drove over the curb at Dunkin' Donuts. When I heard that on my way home from work, I drove over the curb. I was pissed. I screaming, dude, you needed to learn from that? Is that what a man like you is going to say? But you know what? I guess it could have gone a lot worse. I mean,
hey, John,
nonetheless,
what'd you think about the Kello? I loved it when he was asking. Kyle was asked this question at the beginning of the week, but then they asked Saleh the same question again, and I loved it. Saleh went immediately to passing the buck. Okay, now I believe Kyle answered that question Monday. He was preparing, and he had us thinking he was going to be prepared to go for this game. And at the last minute, we had to make that move. Don't start on me. I'm surprised you didn't go ahead. Don't start on me. So Spoon takes the blame for that. We'll never forgive you for that, Spoon. You owe us this weekend.
No, he watched Brian Allen literally engulf in flames, thinking to himself, you know what, man, I don't look like such a bum anyway. Look at this guy. He sucks.
Some people think he really did that, too.
And save the day now. Yeah, but Yeah, Ronbo, I don't know, man. D Ford just got a medical bed, moved in the first floor of his house, so he's tied up. He's got a hospital bed. He's just rotting on the. He's just rotting on the roster. Dude. The money
do you
is
sign
just
him?
burning.
Do you bring him back next year?
Me off.
John, you bring him
Hell
back next
no,
year?
you put him for sale right now in the front yard.
Hospital bed. Hospital bed. No, we'll throw the bed in. We'll throw the bed in the deal. You don't have to worry about paying for that. Just take him out of here. God.
Take him out of here. Dude's picking up a handicap spot at the building. Get him out of here. He's wasting time, Ronbo. I'm upset with that shit. That's really the biggest disappointment aside from the losses. The D Ford thing is a real sore. That's a real eyesore, dude.
So Spoon.
Dude.
So John, next year I'm signing Hyder. He at one edge. Nick comes back. I hopefully comes back about that time next year. He's fully healthy. I put Nick on the other side, and I start to look. I draft another DE that has some potential. I'm going to train him. I'm going to get him a Kasuk right away. I'm going to have 3 guys that I can actually depend on to get the job done. I already got Ronnie Blair. He gets re-signed too. That means I got 4 guys. Now, what are the odds of losing all of them?
Not very good at this point. Hyder's great.
I like him.
He is a diamond in the rough. He reminds me of he's coming through like Greenlaw did, just like slowly rising, man. Slowly rising. He was a diamond in the rough. I'm very happy with Hyder.
All I do with Hyder,
next year.
I just want him to trim down a little bit. I think it'd be faster. Just get to take. You don't have to just get the body fat level down a little bit, and let's get you a little harder.
Not McGlinchey.
Not like.
Don't go on a keto diet.
Don't get me started on Mike McGlinchey. Gosh. Mr.
McGlinchey,
Hey, don't talk about me. You guys get a couple of tweets and you decide to come after me. Mike, you need to calm down. Jesus.
I just imagine I imagine 3 garbage bags and a massive fan blowing them at Mike McGlinchey and just watching him struggle to pull a plastic bag out of the sky, man. He couldn't stop a paper bag in the wind, Ronbo. And he's like, hey, you guys are armchair coaches. No, Mike, we just have Game Pass and we watch you suck from 4 different angles. We watch you suck. So don't tell me that. It is what it is.
He better look good this week. You know what? If he's so sensitive, I hope he channels that and decides he's going to get people off of him and get some work done, Mike. I mean, you've been around for how many years?
Long enough, dude, and that's what pisses me off. Joe Staley was keeping that dude mentally intact, and it's pissing me off because now he lost Staley and 50 pounds, and he sucks.
That's a good combination. Lost Staley and 50 pounds, and now he can't play anymore. Hey, and one thing you do know, John, Staley's calling him and working him. If Staley doesn't even bother with the tweets, he just called him, Mike, man, what did we learn last year? None of the things I taught you are you deploying out there. I mean, what's going on with your footwork,
man.
I mean, you're embarrassing me. People ask who taught you that, and they're going to think of me. God, Jesus.
What's the matter with you, dude? You can't even stand on one foot. I mean, listen, Ronbo, I wish they'd bring Joe Staley in for just some
consulting, consulting coach.
Consultant. Yeah, consultant. But I mean, he's enjoying himself. He's doing good things.
He's got to hang out with his family. Yeah, he just watches kids.
Let him send McGlinchey some Snapchats of shitty footwork.
Meet back down at one of those pubs and have a song. Maybe we'll get him better, loosen him up. John, we got to go. Hey, John, I'm going to see you tomorrow for score time, huh?
You bet, Rombo. I love you, brother. Love the show, my man.
Thanks,
Thank you for everything you do for us, man. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Looking forward to hearing from you tomorrow, too. All right.
You got it, my man. Good night.
Night, John. Yeah, boy, I tell you. McGlinchey's got everybody. John, I mean, Mike is, you gotta be kidding. Fans, I just want to say one thing. People go to Twitter and pick up a couple of tweets. I didn't know where he was going at first. And then he went there. 865, let's go back to Tennessee. 865.
Hello?
Hello. And what is your name?
Hey, it's Cubby.
Wait, say it again?
Cubby. Tubby.
Yep.
'Cause.
Tubby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Tubby.
man. I've been listening to you guys for years. I just ain't never called in.
Delighted to meet you on
What
the
was
phone.
we talking about tonight? Huh?
I said delighted to meet you. You know, tonight we're wondering because everybody's been wondering ever since Sunday what Robert Saleh has to say about how his defense underperformed. That was the worst performance we've seen since. Actually, that's the worst one we've seen since Saleh and Shanahan and Lynch came to San Francisco. 43 points.
Right. Who'd you say? Matt Nagy?
No, Saleh. Matt Nagy. That'd be
Yeah,
nice
no,
if you could get
it'd have been Matt Nagy if he had left last year.
But you know, they haven't got a whooping like that since Lynch and Shanahan got here, right? Because remember we was losing all them games by a few points, but we were still losing them. You know, and then the last 2 years we finally climbed back up brick by brick. We finally got the building built, and now we're going to expand. This week we got some of the building got knocked down, but still, you know. But yes, Robert Saleh had to explain that.
I love Jimmy, man, but he might not be it. Trade all our picks for fucking Trey Law. We need it.
The only thing is, Tubby, if you start over again, we're going to have to go back to like what we saw in 2016, 2017, 2018. You know, that's the thing. You got the Super Bowl window open now with the people.
Yeah, but we're deep now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is, if you start over again with certain players, especially the quarterback, you're going to have to retrain the quarterback. And Kyle Shanahan's system, it's a two-year program to get good at it, right? So the receivers you're working with now, this is not something that's going to be permanent, I don't think, with that offense. The defense, same thing. While your window's open, you want to keep as many of those players that got it done first. Because last year was not an accident, even though the haters, man, y'all was a fluke last year, man. Y'all can't play. Okay, the haters are full of crap. They don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. The 49ers were what they were last year, a very good team. But you can't do it with certain people being injured. Team. So, you know, that's why they got to get back on that horse again. Yeah.
Hey, and a couple callers ago, that Kyle Williams, please stop mentioning that name, man. I still have nightmares about that.
Kyle still having nightmares too,
I
probably.
never see that guy.
That was, oh, God, get your feet, your legs. Kyle, what are you watching? Okay, you're right. Let's not talk about that. But anyway.
All right, Ronbo. I just wanted to talk. I'll definitely call back in, you know, when I'm more sober. And I can give you some good insight. You know what I mean?
Looking forward to it. Come on, hey,
and you guys have a good night. Thanks for what you do.
Thanks, fam. And listen, get a chance. Get back in here tomorrow and give me your score and prediction of what's going to happen this Sunday, okay?
All right. I'll give it to you. I think I already put it on the thing.
Did you? All right, well, go ahead.
I'll give it to you tomorrow.
Good. All right. Give it 10 seconds more.
All right.
All right. Night, fam.
Yep.
Right. Oh, God. Let's see. Where? Elliot!
Ronbo. I'm pissed.
Hey. You say what?
I'm pissed, Ronbo.
Well,
I'm pissed.
I mean, we're 2 and 3.
I'm pissed. No. You know what? I'm pissed at what I've been hearing tonight.
Oh,
I'm pissed at what I've been hearing tonight. And I'm just gonna go straight into it. First and foremost, you know, I got a lot of love and respect for the TNT family. But to hear Denise and Dion say what they had to say about McGlinchey, obviously y'all don't watch football enough to say these things. Why? Let me tell you why. McGlinchey is a left tackle. That's what he is. He is not a right tackle. We have moved the person to the right tackle and make him to be what we want him to be instead of what he is. Move Trent Taylor to the left, to the right tackle and see what happens. You're going to get the same results, okay? So that's one thing. That's the biggest thing. If you ain't seen nobody on the ground, then what game is y'all watching? If you ain't seen Hamilton on the ground every damn the freaking time, the guards stay on the ground. They stay on the ground. And you got the nerve to blame this on McGlinchey? Stop that, man. Shut the hell up. You sound crazy. Because McGlinchey is not. Now, I would say McGlinchey is a part of that. That 53 hits, he is a part of that. He got his part. Look, I am very disappointed in McGlinchey because I am a Notre Dame fan. I've been watching him for years. So I'm very disappointed in how he has played for my Niners. But what I can tell you is, you take a right or a left tackle and move him to center and see how great they be. They will end up in the same position. They are not those players. So I'm gonna end the conversation about McGlinchey with that. He is a part of that, but he is not the sole reason. And if y'all keep on saying, "Oh, you didn't see McGlinchey," you ain't seen Hamilton on the ground. I can show you this all day. My name is Elliot Hall, 1L, 1T on Facebook. Hall, you put the video up if you got something to say, and I'm talking to anybody that got something to say about that. So after that, at the end of the day, for me, I don't feel like the line period. It don't matter who is in that damn game, man. They are trash as a whole. They are trash as a whole. So it don't matter if it's Garoppolo, Mullins, or Beathard. They are not going to be productive if they're giving up sacks every other freaking play within 2 to 3 drop steps. Like that's retarded. It's not going to happen. And then put Beathard in and say, "Oh, he's going to do something." He ain't had no reps with the first damn team like that and going through training camp. So what do you expect for him? He overthrew Ayuk like 4 or 5 times straight. Y'all didn't see that? Okay, so I'm going to end it there. Now, let's go to the defense. Solomon, listen, I'm not a hater of Solomon, but when you are playing 7 yards off the ball, when it's situations like 3rd and 3, and then you start some dude who ain't never had a chance to start at any point in his career, what do you expect? Like, wouldn't we go after Allen? I'm quite sure we would go after Allen. So what team is not going to go after this guy? Like, okay, don't do like the GM, the head coach, everybody should have said, absolutely not, we don't start this dude. And when he got burnt after the first couple of times, they should have said, oh, no, we're going to stop this right here and now. And we're going to put in who we got to put in. But if you're going to let this get, you know what, I ain't even mad at Witherspoon. Hey, if y'all want to talk bad about me and everything else, I'm going to let this guy get tore the hell up. And then I'm going to tell him, hey, coach, you know, I can't play. So now he gets out there and play, and he still gets tore up. So I'm just saying, what do you expect? Well, and on top of that, what do you expect from a team full of backups? Okay, we've been overzealous for too long. Let's just go ahead and just be honest. We got great backups, but they are not starters. They can't start for any other team. So, and lastly, I want to say this before my time ends. Yeah. Kyle Shanahan, you create a certain uncertainty by pulling players for everything they do wrong. Mullins should not have come in after Jimmy G shouldn't have, I told you. I said Jimmy G should be worked back in there. We should allow Mullins to do what he do or whatever else. You started CJ. You even announced CJ Beathard is our starter. This is like Tuesday, Wednesday. At the end of the day, it didn't matter what Mullins did. He wasn't starting to begin with. Didn't he just have a great game for you against the Giants? And you turn around and don't start him because CJ Beathard have a great 2 minutes? Yeah. Like, get out of here with that. You create the uncertainty. Go ahead, brother.
No, good points. We're out of time. But listen, you know what? I'm feeling you about McGlinchey playing on the wrong side. Actually, I'd like to see that, what he'd look like on the left side. I never thought about that.
He's a left side tackle. I promise you. That's what he's been great at.
Oh, my God. We got to do something. Elliot, let me see you tomorrow, fam. And bring your score with us and give my best little tie-out. All right.
No doubt. I just wanted to come in and listen to the show and whatever else. But I'm upset. I'm upset
I can see
tonight
that.
with our callers. I am too. I can't believe they even came like that, man.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, let's just hope we find some common ground and keep it moving. And let's become 6-3 and be happy with 6-3 and say, okay, our Niners are moving.
We're rolling then, yeah, okay. And everybody will be back by week 9. Yeah. Don't let the 49ers get 6-3. Oh, the rest of the league, it's too late. They should have killed us.
No.
They should have left us at 2. It'll be over then. I mean, I'm talking Jordan Reed coming back. I got Ronnie Blair will be back. Everybody will be back. Anyway,
I'm finna hang up with this. No doubt, all of them. I'm finna hang up with this, but I want to tell you this. My guy is a Packers fan. You know what he told me? Man, I need y'all out the way.
Yeah, everybody knows, boy. It's 49ers ain't not nobody's joke except for them clowns in the chat. Anyway, Elliot, I'll see you tomorrow, okay, fam?
Love you, boy. Much love to you. Have a great night. And much love to our 49ers fans. Let's get back to it.
Yeah.
Okay, my son just said, what did you say?
49ers fans.
Yeah. T.
I'm a 49ers fan.
A good one, too. All right, Elliot. Y'all have a good night.
No doubt. Okay.
And let me go check out over here. I see Eric Meisner. Eric, I don't know how to feel about this game. Yikes! Kittle says today was like their best practice that better transfer to the games. You know, a lot of teams, especially teams that are built like this, sometimes they do start off slow. Very strange, but we'll see what they look like this weekend. What? Farouk? I heard from Farouk in like forever.
I know, man. Come on, Ronbo. I had to tap in, man. You know, I ain't been on the scene in a minute, but I had to tap in. But I'm glad I'm coming right after the last person. So I want to say this, man. I'm not trying to hear no Mike McGlinchey excuses. Let me say this first and foremost. In 2015, Mike McGlinchey became a starter at Notre Dame and started all 13 games at right tackle, bro. We're not trying to hear no excuses that he playing in the wrong position. That's how he started his career, playing at right tackle. Miss me with that, bro. Miss me with that. So when we signed him, we knew he was versatile and could play on the right and the left. So that's a foregone point. You know, I don't want to hear no.
I don't watch Notre Dame football. I had no idea.
3 years, bro. Mike McGlinchey been playing right tackle for 3 years now, and now he's trying to dump. We ain't trying to hear no excuses for Mike McGlinchey, bro. But that's not why I called, Ronbo.
Okay.
My main point is about that Allen guy, right? And Saleh.
Brian,
so
yes.
this is what I want to say about that. Now, why didn't we take Jimmy Ward and put him at corner? Because Jimmy Ward is versatile. He is a first-round pick. His middle name is Suave. Did y'all know that?
Yeah, I know. I see him on
Ward's
Instagram.
middle name is Suave.
Yeah.
So
I mean, how lucky can you have a name like that? Suave.
We should have put Jimmy Ward at corner instead of trotting a practice player out there and put Tavarius Moore that we drafted with the 3rd-round pick at safety. Why would we take a practice player and put him out there instead of putting a 1st-round pick at corner and putting a 3rd-round pick at safety? It makes absolutely no sense to
and
me,
Farouk,
bro.
don't forget to add this, Farouk. Brought him in the middle of the week. Didn't even come in on Monday.
Exactly. I don't know what's going on here, man. So we have backup players that we drafted high, but they're just sitting in the bench, and we taking people off the street. What are we doing, bro? I don't understand it, man. I don't know why Jimmy Ward did. I know we had.
Or even put Tavarius.
You
You can even put Tavarius on the edge. Anybody but Ben Allen or Brian Allen.
Right. But I know there was a little controversy of how Jimmy Ward was saying, "No, I'm playing nothing but safety."
Yeah,
but bro, we banged up right now.
I know you
can't play nothing but safety with us banged up. You know, Jimmy Ward, get your ass the cornerback, and Tavarius Moore, get out there and play some safety. But why would we? I don't know. I don't know why.
Because that's what I would do in Madden. You know what I mean?
No,
if I don't have no cornerback depth, and I understand what was going on with Akello. Akello was hurt, and he said, hey, it's so bad out here, coach, let me get in the game. But he wasn't even supposed to be in the game. So if we got a healthy Jimmy Ward and a healthy Tavarius Moore, why not put Jimmy Ward at corner like we've done in the past? It's not a regular to him. I know he don't like to play corner, but hey, we banged up.
Mm-hmm.
And then put Tavarius Moore at safety to cover up that hole, and we're good again. But no, man, you let this guy sit out there and get burnt after burnt after.
Put him on an island. Put him on an island.
Squad,
he has
man.
no credentials to be left alone like that. It's not that you shade the safety over there, coach. Come on, man. You do that.
And my whole point is he shouldn't even have been out there in the first place. Forget
number one.
Getting him some help. He shouldn't have been even out there. Jimmy Ward don't need help. Jimmy Ward can cover good as a cornerback. Now, he ain't better than, Sherm or, the typical people or Mosley or whatever, but he's better than a practice squad player. You know what I mean?
If that's your option,
man?
if those are your choices, right.
My God.
I fully agree. I don't know what they were thinking on that. They didn't have any, you know what, Farouk? The 49ers had no respect for the Dolphins, and that's why it came back to bite them in the ass. You don't.
Yeah,
they learned some things on this game. Don't be playing with people like that. They're still professionals. They'll kick your butt, man.
And so now I'm at the conclusion, like, bro, I don't feel like we're going to be no better than 4-12. And I'm giving them 2 wins. Can we? And those 2 wins are against the Redskins and the Cowboys. Can we even beat the Redskins and the Cowboys?
Watch out, Andy
Honestly.
Dalton. Dalton's over in Dalton's not playing defense, so it's a Cowboys defense that's letting them down. They can score 50 points and still lose 51-50.
I don't have no confidence in us winning any game but Washington and the Cowboys. And that's why I give us 2 more wins. But we're going to go on a long losing streak, y'all. I just hope y'all buckled up and ready. But we're not beating the Rams. We're not beating the Bills. We're not beating the Hawks. Not the way we're looking.
I'm worried about the Bills.
The Dolphins and the Eagles. How are we going to beat any of these next 6 or 7 teams? How? Even with these players coming back, we really miss Bosa.
Farouk, I'm putting you down on record as saying 2-14. Okay. And I'm gonna be calling you out every game we win. But Farouk, you know I love you, man. Hey, Farouk, don't be a stranger, man.
Write me down for 4-12, man.
I always love your phone calls.
Trevor Lawrence next year. Let's get Jimmy out of here. I love Jimmy,
God, Trevor.
but he ain't the guy, man. We might have to draft Trevor Lawrence at 4-12, man.
You know,
I'm rooting for us to go 4-12.
We got to go 2-14 to get him too. All right, we got to go, Farouk.
Exactly,
I'll see you tomorrow if you get a chance. All right.
No doubt, man. Love you, Ronbo. Have a good one. Cheers.
Back at you, fam. Have a good night. Man, I haven't actually heard from Farouk. It's been years, I think, too, at least. And Kieran says, thanks, Kieran, for that contribution, fam. It's 21-17 Niners. I can see that, actually. Sunday, the Niners played tough defense, and Kyle Shanahan finally dials up the right combination of plays. Jimmy G steadies himself, relaxes, and starts hitting those timing routes. I'm telling you, right, I'm gonna be taking lots of credit. I will tell you right now, Jimmy G has one of his better games this weekend, only because of what happened last week. Had he had a good game last week, all bets are off for this week. But see what happens now. 816 and is that Mizzou? Hello, 816. Could be Montana too, though. Which one? Missouri? Oh, Missouri's MIS, right? Montana's MO.
No, it's Missouri.
Missouri, it is Missouri. I guess you're right the first time. What's up? What is your name?
What's up, OG Niner fan? What's up, Ronbo?
OG Niner fan. Hey, man, we're just sitting there complaining because we expect way more than what we're getting, you know. And we're sitting back here wondering what the hell's going on. and Robert Saleh making the mistakes he made Sunday had something to do with it. So yeah, but he says he. Go ahead.
Well, when you really look at what's going on, we got to start at the top. And right now, Kyle Shanahan's arrogance is going to be detrimental to the football team. I want a lot of people that's talking bad about Jimmy G to go back and look at the first 6 games Jimmy G played for us. When he first got to us, every team he beat was in the playoffs. They were all in the playoffs. Remember when Jalen Ramsey and all them talked that trash against the 49ers and Jimmy G put up 30-something points against the Jaguars? He beat the Rams. He beat the Tennessee Titans. And from that point on till now, something has happened. And you know why we all liked Jimmy G when he first got to us? The ball came out of his hands so fast, so quick. My thing is Shanahan is very arrogant. See, here's the thing that I want a lot of football fans that's on this show to listen to. Do you want a coach and a quarterback that you win because of or in spite of? Right now, we don't have a coach that we're winning because of. There's no accountability. Dante Whitner knows what it takes to have the attitude that we had with Gore, to play against Seattle, to play against New Orleans. And like he said, we have a lot of people on the 49ers team right now that are soft. And it's starting, if you look at Kyle Shanahan's face in every interview, that man is so depressed and stressed out. You can see the bone structure in his face. Look at his face.
So it's just hanging off his head. He just really looks whipped.
He does look whipped, and I'm gonna tell you why. You can be so smart that you can hurt yourself. All it takes is to simplify, and you have to understand. Right now, we are pieces away from running your system. See, a real coach is a guy that can win despite his system. If it takes you to have all these perfect pieces for you to be whatever it is that we think or you say you should be, that's not. We want a coach that can get the most out of every single player. And right now, because here's the thing with Robert Saleh. See, us as 49er fans have to quit name chasing. Every time somebody comes available, let's go get him. Let's go get Garner. Let's go get this. But first of all, we have to ask ourselves, how truly great of a coach is Robert Saleh? What has Robert Saleh ever done in the NFL for us to really feel? Was he a good coach last year? Because let's look if you coach a Pop Warner team. If all your kids on that team are beasts, how much do you really
hard
have
not to be a good coach? Yeah.
Anyway, I'm OG Niner fan, and one of the guys that I really love is that TNT William. Hey, I listened to you a long time. I finally got in tonight. Let's have faith. Whatever happens, if we have to blow it up and scrap it up, let's do it now and build it the right way, brick by brick. I'm a Niner fan, been a Niner fan since the days of Jackson Jerry Rice from Mississippi Valley State.
Yeah.
I ain't going to give up on our boys yet.
Can't do that. Then you wouldn't be faithful. Great to meet you, OG Niner fan. Oh, I got your name down record. Next time you call it, we'll know it's you, too.
Already.
All right? Hey.
Already, yep.
All right, fam. Good stuff, too. Lots of sharp wisdom. All right. If you get a chance, get back here tomorrow. I'll be looking for you.
I sure will.
All right. Night, fam. Yeah. A lot of very introspective points made tonight. A lot of thought put into some of the things. Farouk sort of blew my man Elliot up. Elliot, you got to come in and clean that up tomorrow. I didn't know, because I don't watch college football much. McGlinchey played years at right tackle. I'm shocked. Well, you could get that. You and Farouk could have a debate. It'd be great. Hayden, is that you? Turn that speaker off, Hayden.
Hey, Ronbo.
Well, Hayden, you've heard a lot of interesting things tonight. What are you thinking here? I don't need to ask you anything. You already know what we're talking about. You've been listening for a little while?
Yeah, for an hour and 23 minutes.
Okay, so you have you got with you all you've taken in tonight. It seems to be it's not true that there's a lot of things that aren't true, and there's a lot of things that have been enlightening. What did you take from tonight's conversations?
Well, I mean, hold on. I gotta, the one guy that says, well, you got a problem with me talking about Mike McGlinchey. Do you realize how long Mike McGlinchey's been on right tackle? He was playing last year. So why are you defending him when he was fine last year?
Hey, you know what I'm going to do? This is a question all of a
He
sudden.
lost like 60 pounds. I mean, like he's just getting bull rushed.
Did he lose 60 pounds? Was that how much he lost? No. Really? I don't know how much he lost. He looks a lot slimmer.
Pounds.
How much? You say 50 or
He
60?
looks like a tight end.
I know. Kinda, doesn't he? Hey, you know what I got to do? And we should both do this. I got to go watch some Notre Dame highlights with McGlinchey. I want to know, maybe they got film of him playing both left and right sides. I want to know what is going on. I think he's always been good as far as a run blocker. I can't imagine him ever being really fantastic as a pass protector. But go ahead. Let me hear more. What else are you thinking?
Yeah, and then Robert Saleh making excuses about why he didn't bench Brian Allen right away.
That was irritating, wasn't it? You know, you wait till we get 14 points
Like
down.
Robert Saleh, it's your guys' fault that you didn't draft or sign one cornerback to get into this like cornerback crisis.
It changed the whole game dynamic. Now we're throwing the ball, and they knew it. Of course they knew it. What else are we going to do? We're down 24 to what? Did we have 3 points? Was it 24 to 3 at one point? Anyway, we're not getting back in that game by running the ball now. This first half, we probably should a little bit more, but we're going to have to get back into this game quickly. So here we go to the air. And what do? All right, guys, everybody hit that line and hit them hard. Oh, God.
And why is Jimmy not throwing the Kittle?
Couldn't find him through that wave of defenders. Also, did you notice? I think Kittle at one point, I saw him open a couple of times, but for the most part, George was in there trying to block. I think God just said, forget about anything more than just blocking, George. We'll see if we can get Debo and Ayuk and everybody else the ball.
And Kerry Hyder did sack Kyler Murray. Remember he got his jersey?
Hey, yeah, he's the only one that got Kyler Murray. That's right. And didn't he get he got 4.5 sacks.
This year.
Yeah, he's got 4.5 sacks.
He got a sack
every game, right? Every week, Kerry Hyder comes up with a sack.
Yeah, he shared one with Deion Jordan, I think.
Right. I remember that. Yeah. So every week, Kerry Hyder is the only guy that stands out. If he gets
Chiefs, thank you. Oh, go ahead.
No, if he gets Dak this week, I'm going to be delighted. I'm not Dak. Dak's later. No, Dak won't be this year. No, he's got to get Jared Goff. Jared Goff's the slowest guy out of all these guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I was about to say, hey, I don't like the Cowboys, but you never want to see that kind of type of injury.
Yeah, I know. That was pretty scary. I actually felt sorry for him. I'm not crazy about Dak, but I felt bad for him. He looked so. I mean, his leg was turned around in the opposite direction. He's sitting on the meat wagon and he's crying his eyes out. Oh,
but
God.
It's so weird because they like to zoom in the thing. Like I don't want to see that.
I know, right?
They're zooming in the twisted and
They always do that. But they did the same thing to Nick when he was leaving the field. You know.
And he stood up and walked for a second. I was confused. He stood up and walked, and then he did some hand gesture, and then he was like, "Nah."
Nick's a tough guy. He just doesn't want to play. I mean, he just wants to play, and you could see in his face that was just, God, I'm out for the rest of the season. He knew it was an ACL too.
Le'Veon Bell. Oh God, the Chiefs think that's gonna save them. Le'Veon Bell. He hasn't been good since the Steelers. What was
I
that,
know,
4
right?
years ago?
And also the running back they got, what's his name, Flair or whatever something is. That guy is actually pretty good.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's good. Why don't you even need it? Why do you need Le'Veon Bell?
They
He's
just
like
like
a
playing.
washed-up running back.
And here's a question, Hayden.
How do you even
Le'Veon
have
Bell,
the cap?
huh?
How do they even have like the cap space?
Mike, that's what my question was.
That's my
Where's all this money? Le'Veon Bell's not cheap. I don't know where they have got a flexible cap in Kansas City. I don't know how they afford all these people. Well, you know what? We're going to find out soon. Anyway, Hayden,
Yeah.
we're going to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to see you tomorrow.
All
Bring
right.
your score, okay?
All right, bye, Ronbo.
Bye. Yeah, think about it for a minute. How come everybody's math continues to go up except, hey, 704 NC.
Oh, son, don't you make your mother mad at me.
I thought you were going to say, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Who is this? He left? He's... Was that an anonymous call? Hey, Marion!
What's going on, bro?
Marion, I wish I knew. Boy, that's a good question. Because here we are going into week 6. And Marion, pretty soon we'll be halfway through the season. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get things in an order here. Hopefully it starts this week. As George Kittle would have you believe, the 49ers finally woke up. Meanwhile, Robert Saleh's up at the press conference talking about, we learned some things. Okay. Robert, you've been in this game for how long? You didn't know that man needed safety help? I'm never going to forgive Saleh or Spoon for week 5. Never going to do it. Even if they look good from here on out, I say, you know what? I love what they're doing right now, but I'm still pissed off about week 5. But we'll have to get over it. But anyway, Marion, your feelings about Robert Saleh, the team going forward, all that good stuff. What do you think?
Well, as always, good evening to you
Thanks,
and the radio audience. Quickly, man, I never was impressed with Robert Saleh.
A lot of people were.
My personal opinion. And, we had a great run last year based on Bosa, and, a lot of people got off. But I'm with you. I read a report I'm hearing about the trade with Dante Pettis and stuff, which I'm fine with that. But Tavalis Moore, I ain't with that.
What?
I ain't with trade Tavalis
Marion,
Moore.
bring me up to speed here. Tavares Moore. There's a deal?
Yes.
With who?
No, it's trade talk with and I just saw it that's involving Dante Pettis, Tavalis Moore.
I understand Dante.
And for a tight end or a edge rusher.
Okay, I'm with that.
This is
an edge rusher. I'm not trying to hear about no tight end. We got plenty of those.
Yeah. They were talking about that Dwelly. They kind of it's two options that they're trying to put. Now this is out your way on KNBR, okay? So this is out your way. So you'll probably get sniffed for this soon. But I read that, but I ain't with Tavalis Moore getting traded because I like him. Actually, I believe he should go to the field, and adjustments should be made. The only thing about Jimmy Ward at cornerback, we saw how he was at corner when he got to San Francisco in 2014. He got burnt most of the time.
And he ends up
so
getting
you're gonna
hurt.
put him in, and yeah, he's injury prone. I mean, you got a better chance of winning the presidency before he gets hurt again. I'll stay healthy the whole season, which he has.
There's some slim odds. Yeah,
I'm telling you. So if you're gonna put him at the slot right now, that's fine. But this game on Sunday is gonna be our season. This is it. Whether we're gonna come out here, we're gonna play, or we're gonna just go 2-4 and tank, and this is a momentum push. If you understand what I'm saying.
Of course I do. Last week was a must-win, and it lost.
last season was a must-win, but 2-3 is one thing, but 2-4 is that's a different hole. Because
No
if we
chance
could
to get to
just go on a
500.
run, yeah, exactly. If we get on a run, go 6-3 before week 9 and 10. That's
Then you're
cool.
cooking.
We are right, but if you're going 2-4, I'm not saying it's not impossible, but the way we
It
playing,
makes it real tough because
exactly.
the Rams would be 5 wins. Also, the Seahawks are already at that point. It's going to be tough to catch up with them. What are you going to do, third place? I don't know. The wild card's going to be a little different
We're
this year. I
fourth place,
understand.
bro.
Yeah. Well,
We've been
right. The
fourth place
Cardinals
the
are
whole
winning.
season.
You know what, though? The wild card situation might be a little different this year. They're taking all the best teams, from what I understand. So a complete division could get wiped out, except for the division winner, like the NFC East.
Well, no, not necessarily, but you do have 7 teams that's going to be in the playoffs on each conference this year. They started 7 teams this year, so that will help a lot of teams. Teams like us who is on the thin end of the rope right now, on the cusp of the season getting away from us. So we're just going to have to just keep everybody in prayer. We're going to just pray. We got to pray, though, because I don't.
Big prayers. And if you're not pure of heart, don't pray, because you may bring the wrath of God down on the whole team. Oh, God.
So we'll see, man.
We will. Well, man, bring that score. Bring that score back tomorrow, man.
I might can't do that tomorrow because tomorrow's Friday. I'm kind of tied up, so I just hope for a win. I can't
You don't have to leave a score. Pick win or lose works. All right. Tell you what, I'll look for you. If you do get a chance, so look for you tomorrow, okay?
All right, man.
All
If not, I'll see you Sunday night.
All right. Looking for that, too. All right, fam. Night.
All right, man. All right. Take it easy.
You too. Okay. North Carolina's back. Let's see what he has to say. Hello.
Hello?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. How are you, man?
Okay. I'm okay. I remember this voice, though. All right. What is your name?
You remember my voice?
I do. You gonna tell your name? Okay, let's go.
Hello?
Yeah.
That keeps muting me, man. Can you hear me?
Get back on. All right. All right. We'll remember him from now on. I remember him saying something very vile. That was the same voice. Okay. Anyway, can we get the next call? Anyway, this is the thing. We're gonna go through something. Now I'm all. Because I figured we only get those once in a while, so I wasn't ready for that. Anyway, fair access today for the day, and at least I'm glad you didn't get anything off vile like you did last time. Anyway, fam, I'm gonna move on out of here on that note, and we will see you tomorrow. Bring those scores, and let's make some predictions. If for nothing else, we. God, now I'm getting these things in the chat. I do not know him, okay? Fam, hit that like. I'll see you tomorrow. Niners!